in Saramir's home, and after taking a visit towards Ashton's home herself, up with a portion of the party, returning back to the city, you decided to call the King and Queen of Luma and decided to wait out the day, passing it by, burning a couple of hours, just doing as you wish and pleased, before eventually Jack, wanting to very much get down to the mystery of the two mystery all trades, falsely using the family name in some way, shape, or form, hunted them down to the city, carrying a majority of the party, except for Fen and Veril, who went to the library to investigate their own deeds, while finding the perpetrators and discovering that they are a past connection figure towards you all, being the cult that led you towards the Bestowed of the Fallen in the first place, beyond the legends. While the conversation was tense and there was a lot of back and forth, a very minor future threat set off Jack in order to not desire to look over his shoulder for the next 3.5 decades, possibly. Instead, initiated combat. While the combat was somewhat on the even side of things, with the enemy group seemingly not exactly at their full strength for some reason, one way or another. At the end of the day, while two of them had fallen and some of you had taken some very bad wounds, especially Vivian, who tried to be a badass and horrifically failed many times over.
Yeah, she felt like she tried to jump on a building, then she
Yep,
fell. Then she tried again and she fell.
yep.
The
And then
only
she tried to
rolls
get a
of
stab
his,
in.
the only rolls of his that were shit the whole time were with
Or for
Vivian.
Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Well,
sucks.
no. The one sneak attack that would have seriously hurt Volmer was also jack shit.
Well, that's
Okay,
because I have
the
a fucking,
one.
like, AC of
No,
27.
no. I got a 13 total.
Yeah.
No,
My
that was
AC is
fucking
still
terrible.
stupid, like...
That was a terrible fucking roll. But regardless, in the end, upon the arrival of Veril and Finoa, also came the arrival of the guards themselves, being led by a cleric figure and 10 behind him, dominating in his stature and stating that you all need to lay down your arms, halt battle, and to give yourselves in to be manacled, while the other team willingly did so very openly, even with two of their team members fully unconscious at the moment. While there was a bit of struggle on your ends, just trying to clear your names at first, and a bit of bad persuasion roll, the cleric was having none of it and had you all manacled as well. That is where we pick back up with Vivian nowhere in sight, Vero and Fanoa arriving on scene, and with the cleric and guards kind of rounding you all up to the center of the alleyway amidst the catastrophe and mess of a battle that you guys had just had. And you would see that where the drow had told them before to go collect his teammate that you guys had knocked out on top of the roof. There are two guards currently making their way up there to try and retrieve his body as carefully as possible.
What the actual fuck did y'all do?
Am I being walked back by the guards right now, or are they still just, like, walking
I'm
up on
just-
me?
They're slowly walking you back.
We found them.
Yeah, no shit.
You would see the cleric kind of look back at you guys and was like, "Oh, they with you?"
It depends if they are, am I gonna get arrested too? Cause I just got here, and if I'd rather just leave them.
Damn, I see how it is.
No,
You see the drow kind of look very tiltedly confused because like, runs as thick as skin. Well, it's a good thing skin's easy to cut. And you see the cleric even kind of look to you before looking towards Jack and the rest, and as Walmer's kind of getting led in, and even towards the drow, he goes, "Silence. Now I want to know what in Xal'Mel occurred."
We told you. These folks here broke into the Sylphina residence, and we ended up finding out that they were the perpetrators. Combat
Oh,
ensued, and we tried
please.
to
If you're
subdue
gonna
them.
try me as a thief, you're gonna have to try yourself as a thief.
They also impersonated the all trades.
That too.
that
which was how we originally found them.
You see the cleric kind of look amongst each of you now as they're kind of getting the body down of the halfling from the rooftop, carefully speaking. You watch him walk over towards the wood elf and gently place his hand upon her head. You see a faint bit of glow go off before you see her breath steady, very stabilized. What of the other one? And you hear the guards come and says, "He's still breathing. Seems like the little fucker staved through his damage."
I'm still holding
Now.
his bag, by the way.
Now, as the one with a serpent's tongue looking at the drow, wish to feed you all to the Chimera's pit. As it seems that you are all thieves, I would like to know what quarrel you have gotten yourselves into. Beyond using a family's name.
Actually, we aren't
caused the fall?
thieves, to be fair.
As I said before, send someone to House Sylphina and tell them that their stolen goods have been retrieved and the perpetrators have been found.
Indeed. All 8 of them. Well, however many you have in your group now, there seems to be more of you at this point.
Is it stealing if... Actually, I'm not gonna ask that right now. I'm taking that back. I want to say, like, is our group stealing if we have a member of the family in our party, and we're taking things from the... Yeah.
Yeah. Can I hit him? I point to the drow.
We're in shackles, aren't we?
Yeah, no, I'm asking the guard, can I hit him? Pointing to the drow. I hate his lying teeth.
I haven't spoken a single lie this entire time.
I'm gonna smack him.
You can attack at
Ow.
disadvantage.
Can
He's
I
just swinging
smack
his
Jack?
It's
Can
just
I try to hold him back?
that one.
Actually,
Nope.
yeah. Can I like
One.
bonk Jack on the back of the head? Because he is starting
Smack
too
Jack.
much.
You don't even have to. As you see Jack go for it in an instant. He's not used to the weight of the manacles. He's not used to no natural fist fighting in the first place. As he instantly just falls flat first onto his face, just right in front of the drow. He just goes, impressive. That really hurts.
Jack, you've gotten us in enough shit today. Can you not try to fight people while we're being arrested?
The cleric you
Jack.
see just kind of raises his hand, just goes, enough! Send someone to House Sophina. Make a list of everything that's been stolen from them. They are to be retrieved and returned back to their rightful owner. You do see him kind of like eye the drow very hard and goes, I know not what game you're playing at. That serpent's tongue won't get you far. How do you explain the damages to these households? As he looks at the walls from where Jack transformed into a giant ape and where there seems to be a divot in the wall of a giant snake having crawled its way up it.
Yeah,
Volmir's gonna hard glare Jack for that one.
I apologize for some of that, and the other bit was the halfling.
Yes, I'll have to apologize for that on his part as well. If we wake him up, he's going to cause more trouble than it's worth. So please, keep him quiet. You see the...
That was the drow talking.
Yes.
It's the smartest thing he said all day.
Please. I may be stupid, but I'm not dullard. Oh, you're a little bit of both. You hear a voice just come out of absolute nowhere.
Oh,
And you
God.
even see the cleric kind of look around, and he just goes, up. If you're going to speak like that, you may as well show yourself. There's no point in hiding around the corners or invisible. I'd rather keep my distance. I'm not part of this quarrel. You got yourself involved. I didn't. Then I'd recommend you hold your tongue, whoever you are.
Does Volmir recognize the voice? Or does anyone recognize the voice?
You're very aware that the person who came up behind you never spoke. as well as this is not a voice you've heard before. Not the slightest.
There was one other person involved in the quarrel. They were very sneaky. They ran away when you arrived, and I went to chase them when... I'm gonna gesture to the shackles.
Make persuasion check for me.
I find rolling persuasion checks for telling the truth weird.
What you're trying to
You're in
convince them.
shackles.
I get
Yeah,
that.
you're trying to
it's
convince
it's
them.
still weird in my brain.
You see him kind of not glare at you, but kind of try to read through you as much as possible. He looks at the drows. Is this that voice? Yes and no. I mean, they are a part of our group, but their involvement was very non-helpful and non-existent.
They tried to stab me in the back.
And they failed
To
horrifically.
be fair, they
didn't
missed.
Okay, but also to be fair, I'm just really hard to stab.
I would
Not
say a joke, but that'd get me in
all of
trouble
us
in front of a
have
Carrick.
the same problem, Bulmer.
I'm honestly, I'm in a mood where if no one tells me what the hell's going on, I'm going to stab you, and it's going to work.
Vanilla, stabbing is not the answer at this point in time. We
Can
fucked
Okay.
I
up.
hold, I'm gonna like hold Fanoa up in the air so that
Can you lift me?
Just like the cat. Just
I think
let me
Farrell
at
can,
him,
because
let
I
me
think
at him.
Farrell's one of the only other people in this party that has any strength.
Yeah, I think
Damn
so.
it.
Yeah,
I
Farrell
love-
has 14 strength. They can lift you.
Can I?
No,
I don't want
obvious.
to kick them.
Fanoa, I'll keep you down, but no, none of this right now, okay? We're not trying to get you in shackles either.
I mean, I've done it before. I'm
Please don't
more
let me
than
be
willing
alone.
to do it again right now.
I'm begging you.
You've done it before? This is the first
That's-
time for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
same
not going into that. I want to know what's happening here.
So
Okay.
these are the
Rough-
people who were impersonating Jack's family, who robbed my family.
They cast a spell on Jack.
Yeah.
I dispelled it. Jack got pissed. After a while, Jack fired a spell back, and then, push comes to shove, it started a fight.
Looking
here
back
we are.
now, we probably should have just, you know, informed the authorities of the issue. But
Yeah,
Yeah, Jack.
yeah.
I'm gonna,
or,
like,
you
hard
know,
glare him.
go into the woods somewhere where authorities might not realize. Get Veryl and we can have Veryl to eat them
No,
as a
No.
bear,
No,
not
no.
normal Veryl.
No,
Bear
no,
Veryl.
no, that
I don't
wouldn't
think
have fixed
Veryl
the
eats
issue.
people. Also, that
We-
would
They
not.
can make an exception.
no.
You do see that
That was such a pitiful no.
the
Yeah.
drow and the warforged are kind of just looking at each other, kind of like, are they confessing in this moment? And you see the cleric kind of just like patiently and silently just listening to this whole conversation go back and forth.
Finoa, we don't
Yeah.
kill people. We've established this multiple times.
I'm sorry about her. She's just she likes
Fanoa.
watching-
Yeah, that's the best way to say it, Veryl. No, you're the one person right now I'm not annoyed with.
Okay,
I'd like
what did I
that
do?
way. All of y'all. It's not
I'm-
specifically you. It's not specifically you. It's all three of you. Cause I'm still very you're
I'm gonna look at the
Okay,
cleric. I'm like,
but-
hey, can you just let us go and let her deal with us? Like, I
Yeah.
can guarantee you she's scarier than you guys.
yeah, Volmir.
Also, I promise our group they're not bad.
I'm not gonna say anything to that. Volmir, riddle me this. If I was just randomly arrested, you came and I was like in the process of being taken by guards, would you not be annoyed with me at that moment?
If you didn't start the fight, I wouldn't be mad.
If you didn't really have any info on like what actually happened, because like
just
he
explain to me
cast
that they
this spell can
started
mean
it.
a lot of things. They cast this spell can mean a lot of things. Jack cast this spell can mean a lot of things. This explains nothing, and I don't want you to explain properly what happened right now, given the people around. But like yeah.
So when did she become the smart one?
I'm trying to figure out when she became the group mom.
I became the group mom when the group mom got arrested.
And
I
I
like
am
to
trying to
imagine that
figure out
Vanilla
when I
like
should-
Chimeras.
grabbed Ash by the shoulder and was like,
Meryl's like still holding her up.
Now, if you are all done with the chatter back and forth, you do see him kind of just look around at the whole mess of situation that's going on, and even the little dragon that's currently just kind of cuddling up against the unconscious wood elf. You have caused no outward harm to the people, though you have caused damage to the buildings, and I am to collect any and all stolen goods of the Sophina household. I've sent a messenger in order to retrieve said list. If you wish to willingly give it up here and now and pay a fine for destroying these lovely things, I'm more than willing to undo your shackles now.
Yes,
Should I
but
find
will.
out that you have withheld items that the Sophina household owns rights to, by Helm, you will be hunted down.
I will pay for them if you give them back to me. You can leave them in the handcuffs. Just give them to me.
oh no.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I
I'm
back
terrified.
her up in terms of, yeah, feel like, yeah, I don't want them to like get into federal trouble.
Federal
what?
troll. We're gonna be
I
arrested for
would
tax
normally say
evasion.
yes. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're holding her up to keep her from doing anything. I'll give her advantage. Why not?
Am I still being held up? Oh, thank you.
It's like a rabid raccoon being like, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
I'm waiting for Fen and Beryl to have like a Rocket and Groot moment.
Oh,
where
no.
like,
With an 18, you do see him kind of just like get a faint smirk to his lips, though he instantly quells it, kind of keep that professionalism up. If that is your desire to require your teammates' return to be in such a state, I am not one to argue. But
All right, how much
otherwise,
is it?
you do seem kind of look over at the buildings and everything.
I can pay for the damages. Let me know how much.
No, I'm paying, and just give them to me. Leave. I will pay. I will pay for the shackles too. I want those to stay on them because I am upset.
We're fucking screwed.
we are.
Well, quite the interesting group you have going on.
Well, we have two nobles, one of which being from the Sophina family. Son of a grandson of an owner of a wizard's college. A gnome who honestly no one knows the origin of right now. Like we do, but it's confusing. And someone with no memory. So yeah, it's pretty confusing.
You even see the drow kind of perk up and goes like, and I thought my band of crew was wild and chaotic. But the cleric does kind of perk up and goes, be it as it may, breaking the law does not become justified by titles.
Oh no, I'm aware of that. I did not want to start this fight. I just didn't want Jack to die.
You see a part of like confrontation just inside of himself. None of you have fought against us. You stood yourselves and given up on what you have done. I'm willing to let this pass by at 2,000 gold pieces of each. Party, I mean, not member.
Okay, I was about to fucking say.
I was about to say, fucking Jack.
I was about to fight him. No.
Here, I
Yeah.
can pay for at least half of that.
I can
Okay, you
cover
pay for half. I pay for half.
I could.
No,
cover
y'all are
all
in
of
trouble.
that.
No,
I
y'all
was
are in
about
trouble.
to say, there's 5 of us, it's 1,000. 1 platinum is 10,000, so we could go 2
I
platinum
thought it was
each.
2,000.
Or 2,000?
It's 2,000.
Oh, 4 platinum each.
What?
No. A platinum is 100. Or sorry, platinum is 10 gold.
Oh, platinum's 10? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
10, 10, 10, 10.
Oh, I forgot
10, 10,
math.
10. Yes.
Okay, I am tired.
Okay.
fuck.
You know what? I'm gonna go up
Daylight
to each
savings
of
has
them.
sucked it out of
Can
all
I
of
go
us.
through their pockets and find their money?
No,
Can I stop this from happening?
No.
Can I,
I'm
like,
just gonna
trouble.
reach
You
into my
do it, I
pocket
will
and
hit
hand
you.
her money. Hand her my
No.
money.
Here. I'll just. I have enough. I'll pay for the whole thing. How much was it?
No. I'm taking their money.
I'm
Okay.
holding. No.
Viral.
Fino, do you want to break out of Veryl's? Actually, okay.
I do.
Big point. Veryl,
keep-
in order to get your money, you do need to take a hand off of Finoa. So go ahead and get me a strength check real quick, and Finoa will give me a strength
Hold
check.
on. Fanoa, I'll let you do whatever you want. After they're not, in cuffs. Okay?
Viral.
Please.
Viral.
Fanoa,
You should not have to pay for their dumbasses.
you literally just said you would pay.
I would do it mostly so that way they can be punished more. It's 2,000. I'm not. No. 2,000. They can be broke. I don't care. They will be broke and in timeout, and that'll be on them.
Well, they're arguing. Our money is located in that bag that the
Fanoa, can we just split?
well-dressed man is holding, pointing towards
Please.
Jack.
You know what?
since he's
Fine.
Okay.
Guard guy, sir.
down. Yes.
How much would it be for the shackles to come with them?
You see, you kind of look towards the rest of the guards, and you see them all kind of confused and shrug. He goes, 10 gold pieces for the lot. They're simply
Okay, cool.
pieces of metal.
Okay. Fanoa, you're gonna pay 1,010.
Yep,
No.
I got it. Yeah,
Okay.
teamwork.
I'm glad we figured this out.
Yeah,
I
see, this is
hand-
why I like.
Ashton's just constantly struggling, trying to reach for the coin pouch with her manacled hands.
Okay.
I hand the bag over to the guard who's been speaking, the one that has all the stolen items in it.
And he does take it, but hands it over to the drow very quick and goes, get the coin. With pleasure. You see him kind of like difficultly ruffles through with his manacled arms as well before he takes out a coin pouch. He takes out a coin pouch and he basically presents it to the guard himself. And he goes, I'm more than willing to point out which are the items in question as well, too. And also, I'm aware of the list that they have. Well, majority of them as well. So, in case you want to cross-reference our investigations, and you see him like give the cleric give him a hard glare of like, shut the fuck up now. Just nods. I'll have you all escorted towards the station where we are going to go through these belongings. And then you will be released to your respective parties as he gently turns his head towards Benoa. Come, cause no more trouble. And someone pick up the elf and the very, very scrungy halfling. As you watch one guard kind of like lift him up onto the shoulder, and two of them together kind of start picking up the elf more carefully and more proper, trying to not make it look like anything unscrupulous. As you are all slowly escorted through the town, almost kind of like a walk of shame sort of idea. It's
Hold
only
the fuck up.
about
What was
10
that
or
word
so-
you used? Inscrupulous?
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
I might have used it wrong. I could be wrong.
I've never heard that word before.
It is a word. I might have used it wrong. I just know that. It might be unscrupulously is what it is. It's a fucked up spelling.
Having or showing no moral principles, not honest or fair, unscrupulous.
So I did use it wrong. My bad.
Yeah.
Regardless, being led through the town as a partial walk of shame sort of idea. Veryl, about 3 or so blocks down, if Veryl allows it.
Yay!
So along this little walk of shame where everyone's kind of just silently gossiping amongst each other, looking at this group untoward. And Ashton, you still have your hood up, right? Double check.
No, she has the crown on, doesn't she?
Now that the crown is on, I would have taken the hood down.
Okay.
Yep.
You would see the cleric kind of gives you a hard look. You can almost see like a registration there, but he doesn't say anything. Kind of turns back forward at the visual.
Also, are clerics just cops?
Not all of them. There's a certain kinds that are.
Huh.
And in this case, being Helm, being a god of security, protection, and watch.
The more you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking gods, dude.
I'm aware, I just didn't think, oh, church equals law enforcement.
There are some.
In older
Very rare.
editions,
There are some.
paladins were considered jury, judge, and executioner if need be.
Yeah.
Because they were so good.
Like they, like again, if they break their oath, they become an oath breaker. So as long as they don't
Yeah.
break their oath, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
You can't go, it's like, why'd you murder that man? He was evil. It's like, are you an oath breaker now? It's like, no. It's like, I guess the man's evil.
Yeah, like, it was like, Paladin's word was actually, like, physical evidence in a court of law. In older editions.
Damn.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's how strict it was with the alignments and stuff, that if you're a paladin, you say they did something, they fucking did it.
Again,
That's
if
kinda
you look at
badass,
them,
though.
if you look at them and they're not an
Yeah.
oath breaker, you're like, well, clearly they followed their oath. So clearly, even if it's a lie, they hardcore believe what they said.
That's
Yeah.
kind of badass, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fluid in 5th edition.
In
but
5e, yeah. It gives a lot more room to play with because that was such a huge RP heavy class that they're like, let's give it some wiggle room.
Yeah, like, you couldn't be neutral of any alignment. You had to stand for something.
You had to be extreme.
Yes.
To some degree. But along the way, Varel, while Fino is kind of like ruffling with your hair atop a little bit, you would notice, among one of the alleyways about 3 or so blocks down, you would notice a rather beat to shit Vivian kind of hiding behind a corner of the alley. She's kind of like watching you guys. And as you guys leave that site, she trails forward and kind of keeps trail of you guys.
Oh, I'll take note of that. Alright, wait, am I able to, like... No. I'll wait, but then once she actually reveals herself, I'll heal her, because I'm assuming she doesn't want to be...
Yeah, she seems like she is trying to keep herself from sight. She just didn't roll higher than your passive perception.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Before eventually you guys are brought over to the guards post, which is not the biggest building. It seems like this is just a temporary stead more than an actual office building of any kind. Seems like this is just their one-stop shop. This isn't their jail. This isn't their court or anything. It's just somewhere they can hold you for a little bit. To which the cleric would open the door and escort you all inside before shutting the door silently behind you all. Now, please present anything that you have taken from the Sophina household. As I said, we will get a list in due time. If you hold back, Helm will show no remorse.
I'm having a brain fart. Did Boromir take anything?
I don't
did.
think so. I'm 90% sure he did.
Jack pulls out the one little statue he took. The, like, cheap-ass looking one.
So I guess in this question here, more accurately, does anyone hold back? It's the big action.
I haven't taken anything that doesn't belong to me.
The other things that we've taken were with permission from the daughter of the Sylphina household. And I will say that out loud. We took books from the library.
You would
Under
instantly see him kind of look at you all with a not a glare, but a very questionable gaze. He goes, no one has spoken to the daughter of the Sofina household in years.
hmm, there's a reason for that. If you don't believe me, you're a man of faith, yes?
Of course.
Cast Zone of Truth.
Damn.
I'll just give him a hard look.
You see a face of kind of like, not disbelief, but impression that you're so willing to just put that out there like that. And you even see the drow kind of like cock his eye, very intrigued at the sight, at the idea. Before you watch him kind of raise his hand, and as a small orb glow begins to form in there, watch him closing his palm real quick before swiping across the air, and you see this radiant glow overcome the entire room. Anyone who wants to attempt to resist this, go ahead and make a charisma saving throw. Otherwise, you're able to willingly fail if you so choose.
I fail.
I will also fail.
From where you pass.
Hey, Volmer, they know if you
Yeah, they are aware if you.
I'm aware.
it.
I just don't think it. Like,
Yep.
what
Okay.
would they ask Volmir that matters here? It's not.
Okay.
Well, now
This
that
is
they know
not
you're
what I-
hiding something, they might ask you.
Mhm. Finoa and Verald, you guys had anything, or are you just gonna let this happen?
I have no reason to resist.
Yeah, I'll just let it happen.
Okay. So Vollmer's the only one who tries and succeeds.
Get fucked.
As you all feel the warm energy of divine flow go into you. Volmer, you're the only one who stands your ground against it. And you do see that the cleric kind of gives you a side glare, kind of a questionable look, but doesn't pursue it in the moment. Before he looks at you, jacking, and says, who gave you permission for the books?
Ashrin
And all the
Sylvina.
stolen belongings.
Ashrin Sylvina, the daughter of the Lord and Lady. We took books from the library. I did steal that out of spite towards the Lord and Lady, but that was more to piss them off. I've also informed Lord Sylphina of the items that I have taken, except for that statue.
And he has given you permission to keep them himself.
He told me to return them. Well, one book in particular. I said no, that's Ashrin's now, and he did not argue the subject.
Oh, I very much disagree with that. You hear the dry kind of perk up. You see the cleric even raise his hand to that too.
Minor illusion, a middle finger towards him.
He asked for you to return it, and you claim he did not argue it. Something tells me that's a loose truth. What did he truly desire of the book?
Isn't the whole point of Zone of Truth that you can't do loose truths?
Yes, you can. If
Yeah.
you like, if your instinct is to talk in a not exact way, like again, if you say, "Did you start the fight?" and your idea is yes, they started the fight, then your answer would be no, I did not start the fight.
He told me it was a family heirloom, and I offered a trade of information for it, one that he refused to do. So I told him I would hold on to the book, and it would stay under mine and Ashrin's protection. And again, it is technically still her book too.
You claim that as though you travel with this, Ashrin.
That would be me. Hi. I told
There
you.
is a long, glaring pause in that instance.
We tried to tell you.
And then he looks at you, Volmer. What's the part of the story that's not being told here?
What do you mean?
If all of the party members were not to have resisted my spell, I'd be more inclined to believe all the facts.
The fuck, Fulmer?
There's something you are keeping from this. And you hear the dragon go, naughty, naughty. I will cut off your tongue.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to recast it, you can. I won't resist this time, but I'm genuinely hiding nothing. I just didn't see a point to me being under the spell too, when I don't have much relevant information to the story.
Well, according to your teammates, you are traveling with this Ashrin Sophina, daughter of the household.
Indeed. I'm more of a friendly sword than anything.
And a friend still holds information. So you may choose to answer if you so desire, but what is it about this story that does not add up?
I genuinely don't know what he's referencing.
He's basically saying is that you guys are saying you're traveling with Ashrin, but then the father's trying to claim that he didn't want you guys out of the book. Something is not adding up here.
Oh,
Because
that,
if
that
Ashrin supposedly gave permission, there should be no issue here. But the father apparently had an issue.
that one's simple. The head of the Sophina asshole simply is not a very nice man. He does not like his daughter. He puts his position over his family.
He's correct.
I'm not one to judge unfamiliar matters. If
I
the
am.
father's the head of the household and he decided to not allow you to keep the book, or any of the belongings in question, which will be put into question,
He
then they are to be returned.
I have a question for you. Are you familiar with the rumors about me?
I tend to keep my ears off of them. I'm a man of truth, not of falsities.
based.
But you have heard them, yes?
Vaguely, from time to time. Chatter amongst parties. One can only avoid them so much.
Well,
And what of you, looking at the other party? What say you in this whole cacophonous situation? Well, that depends on what you want to ask of me. They claim you used their name, ill will. Not in ill will, I used it as a means to get through the door. I've stated this so many times, and I don't know how many times I have to state it again. Falsities is a falsity. And I'm aware of that, and I am sorry. I have stopped using the name. It has already fallen through. Your stolen belongings. Do you claim any right to them? Of course not. They're stolen. I'm giving them up for a reason. Where do you hail from? In that instance, you see just a clear face of hesitation and almost like a... not a confusion, but a puzzling. Kind of like trying to fish for the correct answer in that sort of way. Almost like he's bounced from place to place so many times, he has no idea what to actually answer correctly in that sense. Before eventually you do see that. It's almost like his mind comes to a decision on its own, mostly due to the spell itself. From Viglia, all the way in Borisland, Principality of Sissia, though we cannot claim home there any longer, due to outside forces. What brings you across the waters? Work. We've fallen hard times. And quite frankly, we now have more goals than we know how to handle. And you care to share any of these goals? Not personally. Then name the one you're on right now. A hunt. Retrieval of an item. We didn't know what it was until these folks showed up to present it to us in their face. Though I have no idea why they want it, I do know that my employer very much wants it indeed. And who is your employer? Not for me to say. We're kept in the dark. And he looks directly at Jack. Told you so. The money's good, so we don't ask questions. I ask questions. Yes, but you're also an imbecile, so let's not bring that up. That was the Warforged, by the way.
Figured.
You see the cleric himself kind of look over you all and goes, "You are to return any and all belongings of the Sophina household. We're to converse with them to see if you can keep any of said belongings. If you truly believe you lay claim to any of them, and the household agrees, you may return to them by nightfall. We will have information by then." He looks at you, Ashton, directly. He goes, "I'd recommend dropping what illusion you have."
I can guarantee you, my parents would prefer that I keep it on.
I can second that.
I can third that.
Yeah,
You
they're
know-
kind of dicks.
You
Yeah.
mainly see him kind of
Someone-
looking for Noah, kind of like, there's a part of it's like, you're just saying that, but also like, well, zone of truth.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it.
They are kind of dicks. And again,
There's no kind of, they're dicks.
yeah,
They're just, they suck.
he cares more about his station than his own daughter. Hence the
And as I said, I do
illusion.
not get involved in familial quarrels.
Yes,
I'm
but
merely a man of the law, and I will uphold it.
just adding more information.
Indeed, that of which I am grateful for. As I said, we'll only give up what you want. Anything we find that is missing will be retrieved.
Do you have a bag of holding?
He just points towards the desk, one side of the room.
We're gonna need more room than that.
I'm
You even see the drow look at you very confused at that.
I mean, we could just
That's a
take it
lot
back
of books.
ourselves, but we took about a third of his library.
And you tried to call me a thief.
He
My
didn't need
father
the.
has an extensive library, and we needed some reading material.
It's all boring drabble.
Call it a
Maybe.
library.
Maybe to you.
We'd give it back eventually.
Yeah. And once we are done reading them all.
But with that being said, most importantly, Jack, do you hand over the book and Ashrin the crown?
Like I said, pretty sure my parents would prefer that stayed on my head. We don't need to cause an entire,
scandal.
Political
Scandal.
debacle.
Yeah.
Let's just put it
yeah,
that way.
something like that.
Honestly, part of me wishes you would, just to piss
Yeah,
your dad
same.
off.
Honestly.
Oh, I will eventually, but not right now.
You do see kind of like a moment of hesitation during like when Jack giving up all the fucking books all along the line, kind of like waiting for you to take off the tiara yourself before eventually you do see that the cleric kind of walks up toward you, and he's actually of a very well statured height. He's at about
Oh,
5'10" or so he's got some height on you. But he does
He's a
approach
big
very
boy.
calmly and very gently in that sense. So he goes, "I'll ask once more. All of the belongings of the Sophina household."
Do you want me to sit on the desk?
You have enough flexibility.
What is that supposed to mean?
Are you
You still
sure
lift
you?
your hands up like that.
Are you sure you want to deal with the political ramifications of what you were asking? You could escort us
How-
back to the Sylphina residence, where then
I
Helm
will
does
we'll
take
be.
it off there.
Helm
the
does not
Sophina
care for
residence.
politics.
Hmm.
I'm not a man for him. As I stated, I'm a man of law. and I will uphold it.
Okay. You trust me, right?
As
So-
far
At
as
the
I can
moment-
throw you.
Zone of
I am
truth, he kind of
small.
has to right
I think you could probably throw me pretty far.
now. Asteroid just said, I am small.
I will take it off.
As you take off the tiara and the illusion fades from your tiefling form.
Doesn't that
And you
take
do
like
see
10
him-
minutes?
Hmm?
Doesn't that take like 10 minutes, or is it only to activate it?
Only an activate is 1 minute.
Okay.
Immediately taking it off instantly dispels it. Yeah, this tiara's got funky rules. And you do see him kind of gently take it. And he will actually look at you for a moment and goes, I'll see to it that I speak with your father on the rightful owner. I'm quite sure it doesn't look good in his hair. He just places it gently down on his desk.
The funny thing is, we didn't even steal that one.
Ironically.
Yeah.
As much as we wanted to.
Somebody got to it before I did.
It's about at the end of Jack laying out all the fucking books and even the drow and the Warforged kind of getting out all the jewelry and whatnot as well, and Jack, your own jewelry as well.
He'd given
put
that
onto
to
the
me, and
table.
I dumped it out in the middle of the alley. So I don't know who picked it up, but if it
The
didn't
guards
get
picked
picked
up that
it's still
portion. I'm
out in
pretty
the
sure
middle of the
Jack took
alley.
a much bigger portion.
No, that was the jewelry I had
that was
given
it?
to.
Okay,
There was the
okay.
jewelry in my bag of holding because I had
Okay,
given
that was
him
it.
the bag of
Okay.
holding.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was all of it or if that was just a portion.
No,
Okay.
I dumped it all out. I was like, here, you guys can have this. I want the crown.
Okay. Before eventually, with everything kind of being laid down on the table and the sounds in the air kind of getting a little bit too stagnant for everyone, before eventually you do hear just the grumbling stirring of the wood elf in the corner of the room, which has been sat up, not being properly laid down, kind of just opens her eyes very slowly before the drow just kind of raises one hand in the manacles, just tells her to not talk. Now, you are to be released to your respective parties, and I expect no further issues to occur. If you are to take care of this qualm, he looks at Finoa, I suggest going to the woods before eating each other.
Oh, believe me, I was already planning on it.
You're a funny one. Be sure to take care
Thank
of your
you. You know I
party.
try.
And you watch as he
We'll
kind of
see.
just goes to open the door for you all before he gestures towards the others and goes, release their manacles. They're to go. As for that mess, they've been paid for. I'm sure they could use the steel some way.
Question. Before we go, before I take them, can I have the what's it called? The unlocky
Keys?
thingy.
Keys?
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Unlocky thingy.
That is the most Fanoa thing that has ever been said, and I love it so much.
It's so in character too. It's like, how the unlocky thingy just looks and goes, the key.
The best part is, I can guarantee you that wasn't intentional.
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
Love you, Fanoa.
Love you too. Okay, keys.
You do see him kind of hesitate for one. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check real quick.
I paid for these. You better give me the goddamn keys. Oh, lights.
My power has doubled.
10.
Oh yeah, she did pay for the cuffs to stay on.
I
She
paid for
did.
these.
Yeah, she did. He kind of looks at you very hesitantly. Unfortunately, they are a master's key.
do you have like extra keys, or are you guys just really dumb?
No, we have spares, but they all go to the same manacles. And while I do not expect you all to be dullards enough to ransack the prison, security is security.
Fine, okay, I guess y'all gotta lose your hands. Let's go. I'm gonna start pulling him out the door.
But when we're out the door and the door is shut behind us, Jack disappears.
No, can I see? Varel, Wolf.
yeah.
Can you smell?
What?
Better idea. Better idea.
I
Let me
can
check something.
summon a wolf.
Yeah, like he sniff, find.
Okay.
Volman,
Hey,
you said he was the first one in our
huh.
party to throw up to do
Okay.
something, right? Like
Yeah,
spell.
no, we were walking away and then he turned and he shot.
Okay, yeah, Varel, find him.
I could
Yeah.
have counterspelled that, but I'm gonna like raise my
me-
hands and like
Also,
I can't exactly
real
do
quickly.
semantic components.
Okay,
You have to
also-
understand, Vanilla. Really, try to understand where we're coming from.
I get it. But that doesn't make me less annoyed at the moment. I understand, and I'm not really particularly mad at you, except you, Volmir, right this second. Can I punch him real quick? Not
Did I
super
do?
hard.
What did I
Punch
do?
Hey,
Volmir?
remember when we were getting questioned and you said, haha, no. And then he started getting suspicious? Because you said no?
Okay, because I
Remember
didn't think
that?
that'd be a big deal.
Go ahead and just make a strength check. It's gonna be against Volmer's DC right now.
You mean AC?
DC, sorry, yeah.
Tomato, fucking hell.
You tried to go for the swing, but Volmer's still too fast. Even though he's manacled, he's still got his speed on him. And going
I
for the
still got
swing
that
is a
footwork.
miss.
So, question: the people who watched us all get drug into here, and saw what appeared to be a human female Ashrin, now see a tiefling female Ashrin in the same clothes, same manacles walk out.
Mhm.
Cool.
There's about 24 people or so kind of staying their distance away from the building. There are a couple just walking past that probably were just not there in the moment, that they are currently just kind of whispering amongst each other. Meanwhile, as you kind of see that, you notice Varel is kind of walking off for a moment, going towards one of the alleyways, before eventually you see them kind of raise their hand towards a corner, where you just see Vivian kind of like step out cautiously and worried in an instant. Varel, go ahead and roll healing for Vivian, if you so please.
Oh yeah, go get Vivian. I forgot about her.
Oh, so you're mad at us, but you are mad at Vivian. Okay, I see how it
She's
is.
about to die. I mean, she's not doing good.
If you want to grab Volmer's leg, go ahead and give me an athletics check. Volmer, give me an acrobatics check at disadvantage, because the manacles are making that disproportionate weight.
I don't know if
Damn.
it cast it or not. My D&D Beyond is being really weird.
Damn, I
It
almost did.
It did
Sorry.
not cast it.
What?
Yeah, even
Okay.
even on the chat log, it did not cast it. Let me see if I can refresh and see if it'll pop up.
I
It
was
just
like, I'm gonna
refreshed.
refresh.
It didn't.
Nope, still no.
Hmm.
So as Volmer, you try and get away from Finoa, but that
Hey,
the
there.
manacle extra weight is just too much, and she goes right for the leg. Finoa, are you trying to go for a damaging bite, or are you just trying to go for the bite?
Volmer's just gonna say nope, because it's purely verbal, and I'm gonna misty step behind her, because I
Mhm.
can
I'll-
still cast that.
Yes, you can. Yeah, because it's just straight up
Can I
verbal.
tackle
So
him?
as you go for the bite in, you feel the form of Volmer just vanish to the mist. You kind of fall a little bit face first onto
Hey,
the ground.
Hey guys,
You see him appear 30
Yeah.
feet away, and you just watch Finoa
maybe
just go
we
looking
shouldn't
for it.
start shit in the street.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did say I was gonna take y'all to the woods. Okay. So,
As
we're
she's
gonna
like,
go.
like 10 feet away from Volmer.
We're gonna go. You are going to work with me, and we are going to go, and we're gonna figure this out in the woods.
As you say that, kind
Why
of
do I
Vivian.
feel like I'm about to get murdered?
Oh, are you saying
You
that?
are. You especially. It's gonna be real bad for you because you won't let me just bite you.
That is a
Or
very good
irritate
question.
you.
How loudly are you saying this?
I'm gonna not super loud. I mean, I don't want them to come get me too. Mom,
just
you're
see,
okay though. You've
I
been
just
through
see-
a lot. You're good.
I just see Vivian and Vero kind of walking right back, and Vivian does kind of give you a slight pat on the shoulder. Vero goes, "Thanks, I really needed that." He went straight for the face.
Vivian, are you okay, honey?
If it's any consolation, your face still looks okay.
I'll be the judge of that in the mirror, as it really hurts.
Hey. Sorry I couldn't keep them off you. I tried my best.
Listen, they went for the better-looking one. Don't worry about it.
Damn!
Fucking love
I mean,
her.
she's
Right?
cute though.
She is extremely cute.
Yes, she
It's
is.
not wrong though.
It's not.
It's rude though.
It's funny as fuck.
Okay, can I lead them to a random little clearing in the woods?
You can, but first off, Jack, where the fuck did you go when you went poof?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
how
where
did
did you
poof?
go?
I'm wondering
Invisibility,
how
I
he
believe,
did it.
is only like a very quick somatic and verbal, I believe.
Well, no, I went poof by Misty Step behind a
Oh,
fucking building or something, and
oh,
then
you used Misty Step. You didn't go invisible.
yeah,
Okay.
I went Misty Step out, and then I go invisible afterwards.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say I went in my ring.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I was
because the
thinking.
ring would drop to the ground.
The ring would have plummeted on the ground. Yeah.
Task ready to get your ring broken.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know if someone would have done that. Nope. Jack is actually heading back to the Sylphina estate.
Okay. So,
So
as Ben is leading the rest of the party, Vivian included, and you're just making your way over to the Sylphina estate with manacles still in hand.
No, Misty
Oh,
Step
yeah,
out of him.
I don't think Misty Stuff takes you out, because then I would
no,
be out.
'cause that would be technically equipped at that point. It's on you.
Yeah, like I didn't
Would it?
get out of them when I
Okay.
Misty Stepped.
Well, I
believe
could just go to my pocket and grab my lockpicks
You can.
and just undo them.
Jack
Jack would never keep them in.
Lockpicking check with disadvantage, because
Okay.
that's a hard fucking pick.
Yeah, just the angle.
God damn!
Never mind. Fuck you,
It's a
Jack.
bit of a
He's
nat
been
20,
locked in
but
manacles
Jesus
before
Christ.
that he's had to get out of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
It makes sense. I just was very curious, and boy, did Jack prove that he has been in manacles before.
Yes. In the first
There
time.
was one night that turned out a little bit raunchier than he expected. Get himself out of that situation.
And he learned a lot about himself.
Yep. Okay. So at some point along the lines, I imagine kind of like hidden in an alleyway very quickly, you very quickly pick the lock, unbind yourself, and just leave them there. Or do you want to take the manacles with you?
Think be handy. He'll put them in his bag.
Okay. Gotta get that foreplay going.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, I bet. Oh no, you're not letting me fish for that. No.
Noah's gonna demand those back next time you see her.
Oh my god, that was funny.
But as Jack, you're making your way towards the Sylphina household, eventually your visibility ending. What are you doing for Noah with a manacled Volmer and Ashrin?
Okay. Question: do I have my rope still?
Yeah, you would still have all of your stuff on you. Yeah, you still have all
Oh
your
no,
stuff.
I couldn't remember if I gave that to someone at some point.
I don't believe so. I believe you have it.
Okay.
I believe you helped used it on the ship, but they gave it back to you instantly.
Okay, cool. So, Mom, I'm still upset, but you've been through a lot, so you know what? You're fine. You go sit by a tree. I will take off your handcuffs, but you go sit by a tree, and you think about what you've done.
How are you
You
gonna
know
get these off?
Yeah, Noah, do you know how
I
to get
got it.
handcuffs off of us?
I mean, I can figure it out. I don't think it'd be that hard.
I can help pick the lock if you
No,
Can I
You're in
slip
trouble.
out of the handcuffs?
can't you?
Or
Give me
her
a
wrist,
dexterity check.
or her wrist is just that tiny.
Worst case scenario, I have a sword. I can just smack them until they break.
That shit is chafing hard against the skin. That's starting to hurt.
Dick tightened them way too hard.
Yep.
Okay, so do I roll lockpicking to try to?
Do you have a lockpicking kit?
Oh shit! I forgot you need that. I do not. I don't think.
Do you have any
Nope.
experience lockpicking?
Okay, can I smack them with my sword?
You know, Volmir.
The face on Astrid instantly.
No, you cannot.
You know, Finoa, I have a bit of experience picking locks, and I do have a kit if you can get me out first.
I'm not getting you out. You are staying in, and you are
How-
going to be tied to. You're gonna be put in timeout.
Vivian,
How about
Oh yeah, Vivian. Vivian, you help.
You do see Vivian kind of just
Can you
sitting
help?
against a tree, just like kind of nursing her wounds a little bit. And goes, I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch. Not gonna lie.
they're chafing. He tightened them really tight.
Yeah, come on.
Boss? She looks at Finoa.
Oh, shit.
Yes, please. You can. She's good to go. You guys, she has to think about what she did for a minute, but you guys can play with Frankie. She's been through enough already. Please get her out. I really appreciate it.
Volmir could totally make a run for it and get away.
Do it.
No,
No balls.
you do it. I will find you and I will kill you.
Damn, Vivian.
Dang!
You do watch her kind of like walk up to Ashen, and with absolute ease, she pulls out her lockpicking kit, and with just deft speed, with like 1, 2, 3, just unlocks it and lets the manacles fall to the ground in front. She does lean into you, Ashen, very quickly, and she just goes, "When the power dynamic happened, I know you're a bottom, but I didn't think Fino was on top that badly." And she just hears her walk away and just goes, "She's all yours, boss."
Okay.
I'll be right back.
You broke her.
I did it!
It's about time.
It took to a fucking top and bottom joke. Let's go.
Wait, shit, is this session 69? No.
No.
No, it's
I don't
not. It's
think
like
so. I think
65,
it's
I believe.
66.
Good.
66, there
Good, we're 3 away from those sex jokes. Got it.
you go.
No, I'm
Okay.
making
It's
extra
not
sexual
happening.
sense.
It's not
Even if
happening.
we agreed to it, it's gonna be the first fucking sentence and we're gonna find an innuendo.
Come on, guys, it'd be funny.
But we
It'd be
can't
funny
do it.
until we break, and we're gonna break instantly. Let's be fucking honest. Also,
I'm
again,
not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I would forget fast. I
What?
remember for like I would remember for the first hour and then I'd forget.
Yep.
I'd remember for like maybe 10 minutes and then I'd forget.
I wouldn't even remember, to be honest.
I would
Yeah.
remember, but no, I would just there'd be that one comment that's gonna make me break. I know for a fact with this party.
Yeah, that's how it
With-
is.
With this group, there's always that one comment, like the one I just did right now.
Good.
But, but with Astrid freed and Vivian going back to sit against the tree and nursing her wounds, what are you doing with Volmer? Not in that way.
Oh, it's no, definitely not. Okay, so I wanna lead him to a tree, and can I tie his legs to the tree so he cannot run? I want to tie him to the tree so he is stuck in
Volmer, give
timeout.
me an acrobatics check, just straight, because this is not exactly the hardest.
Let
thing
it
to do.
happen, Volmir.
Noah, do you
And
guys
Finoa,
want us
give
to give
me-
you some privacy?
give me a strength check.
Let it fucking happen, Volmir.
So while you are trying to put the rope around his feet, and you kind of start to go around the tree, where it's like very instantly, very knowingly what's going on, Volmer just kind of wriggles the feet very easily, kicks them away, and keeps making way too loose to work with.
Okay,
Nope,
you know what?
I am not being tied up today. Hard pass on that. Please
You're
do not.
you're already like tied up but worse.
Should we get you guys like another room or something?
No.
Is this what foreplay is like for you too?
Vivi.
Please, please.
I'm hurt. I turn to jokes when I'm hurt.
That
Let me
is
have
yeah.
it.
Can me and Vivian go get a hotel room and sleep?
Yes, please.
Oh. Yeah,
She's
you know what?
real
You guys
fucked
go. Yeah, you guys go. Get some rest.
I'll watch
Volmir, you go timeout. You can get a room, but you're going in timeout.
sure that Volmer or Finoa doesn't accidentally kill somebody.
Yeah.
Good. You're the responsible one right now.
I
You
was,
know what?
I was actually gonna say, Varel, can you get like a wolf or something so they can sit on Volmir?
Maybe not a wolf.
Get something that'll hold him down. Do not!
Where you
Popping
missed
Blade
stepping off.
song. and I'm fucking booking it. I Misty stepped 30
Where you
feet
going?
away. I popped
Where you
Blade Song, and I am booking it.
Where'd you go?
That is a good
How
question.
many days has it been since I've gotten Buttercup?
Oh.
Are you gonna Buttercup to chase out? I gave
I
you
took it
Buttercup.
and I counterspelled your fucking blade song, Misty Step. Bullshit.
Misty Step.
Blade Song is not a
Misty
spell.
Step?
Blade
unfortunately.
Song isn't
Blade
a-
song's not a spell. Can I counterspell Misty
You
Step?
can't tell Misty Step. You can't.
I still
counterspell
run
the-
faster than
the-
Finoa.
This is why I'm getting Buttercup, and this is why I like Mom more. Mom,
Okay, so with
thank you.
Misty Step being counterspelled, number one, roll d20 for me. Varel, that manacle is solid iron.
Feral could have fucked us up real bad with heat metal.
You as a fox
Mhm.
can chomp through it because your bites are magical, but if you just get a random fox to do it, no.
Beryl, I swear to God. You will
Well,
go in
yeah.
timeout too. Do you want to go in timeout? I will put. everyone will be going in timeout except Mom.
Waste of a nat
Vivian.
20.
See,
I
but like,
just,
I could
see,
decide,
Finoa,
like,
Finoa, I
I'm
just
gonna
don't
let
consent
go
to
this
being tied
way,
up.
Find Vomo this way, and then turn into a fox, and then I'll come back,
Okay.
and it'll be like, oh, I couldn't find him.
Volmir. Oh wait, he's gone, isn't he? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm fucking running. I'm full sprinting.
In
Okay,
chains?
can I see where he is?
Yeah,
Can
in
you full
chains.
sprint in chains?
Because
Yeah,
your
like,
Misty
how does
Step,
that-
your Misty Step
Does
didn't
that
go
affect
off.
my movement? Does that affect my movement?
They're around your ankles too, aren't they?
He's also weak, and they're
The
heavy,
manacles
aren't
are
they?
only in arms.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're only in arms.
They're heavy though, right? And he's
They
weak.
are.
KTK.
Where's the recharge time for the fucking...
Either way, I will get Buttercup if I have to. Do not try me.
I just don't consent to this.
Here.
I will
Oh,
make you
5 days?
deal.
Yeah, Buttercup's back. Yeah, 5 days?
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Buttercup's
No.
back.
Yeah.
Noah. Hey, I'll go get him. You stay right there and watch over, okay?
You
I'll
leave
go-
his shackles on. Or I will put you in timeout too. I'm gonna make him a deal. He doesn't have to keep them off, but if you take them off before I can make that deal, I'm going to be mad at you too.
Okay.
And
Let's
I
see.
like you. We're friends.
Finoa's abusive,
What-
Jesus.
with that.
Alright?
I'll just go get him. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And as Varel goes off to chase after Volmer and Finoa, you're just standing there waiting as you tap your foot, just burning a cinch in the ground.
Wait, Feral, what's your movement speed as a fox? Or just in
Oh yeah,
general?
what is it?
As a fox, I believe it's only 30 because they're teeny.
Then Feral won't be able to catch up to me because I'm
No,
moving at
they
40.
Did I cuddle
checking.
Barrel Fox?
Double checking, watch the speed of a fox.
Also, playing
Yep,
Doom
30 feet.
Eternal with like all the power-ups to be God is fun.
Doom Eternal's fucking amazing. Yep, only 30 feet.
Yeah, so I outspeed everyone here.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. I'll still try and find him.
Jack, turn your camera back on because it ruins the overlay.
Fuck your
I wi-
overlay.
I wish there was a way to lock the cameras to be only in a certain place. I don't know why it does that. You know what? Is there a way for me to do that? I want to double check this real quick. There does not seem to be. Well, fuck me. Okay, cool. Right off the bat. Okay. But Varel, he is outrunning you. Volmer is zooming off into the distance.
Yeah, I run very fast when Blade Song is up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep going until he stops.
I'm gonna run like at least far enough away to where I wouldn't be able to hear Finoa. And I'm gonna duck behind it. I'm gonna duck behind a tree and start trying to lockpick my shit.
Are you doing it stealthily or are you just ducking and picking?
Stealthily.
Make a stealth check for me real quick. At disadvantage because you do have a shackles on you right now. Or manacles. Okay. And that's not enough to get past Varel's passive perception as it is. So,
Damn.
go ahead and make a lockpicking check for me real quick.
Alright. What is it? Just sleight of hand?
If you're proficient in it, yes.
If it's not, it's just dexterity.
Yes.
Awesome.
So,
I got it
as
too.
as you get behind a tree real quick and try to pick that lock, the angle is just horrifically bad for you. And as you keep like trying to go for it and get it, as your arms starting to kind of like spraying a little bit, you hear the little footsteps of a a foxen Varel go up there, and you do see that Varel's kind of just sitting in front of you, looking at you, watching you as you try to pick the lock constantly.
Oh, I'd like to see you try to do any better.
Can I just count, see if I can?
You can.
Okay.
As you say that, you just watch Varel just leap up onto you, and there's a brief moment where you're just like, "Oh fuck!" before you see the teeth gnash onto the actual iron itself. And while there's a moment where you're just like, "That's a fucking fox versus iron manacles. That's not gonna work." You do see the teeth sink into the iron, and slowly but surely just nom 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 nom, just breaking apart the iron bits.
Question: would that hurt their teeth?
Magical. When Circle of the Moon druids reach level 6, their bites or their attacks as an animal are now magical.
Fair. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How the fuck? And he's just gonna like, look at the damage. Are my wrists free now?
Once they break off from the center, which is where the actual lock mechanism is, you can just rip them off.
Thank you. I'm getting out of here.
Varel Fox is just gonna nod and go back.
Hey,
fucking
friendship.
You
Friendship.
fucking
Volmir did-
traitor.
I did nothing wrong.
No, see, here's not you. I'm not talking about you. You're fine. I get that.
I'm not a crook.
I was just gonna put you in timeout anyways, which is just sitting at a tree and think about what you did. Varel! You traitor!
He didn't.
I mean, he made
so
the
what
did
guards more
Volmer?
suspicious of him. That's the only thing. And then he ran.
Volmer,
You
where
didn't
are
have
going?
consent to tie me up.
Okay, to be fair, that's fair. But also, the guards put you in the shackles. So, that
And then
you
you
can't
tried
blame
to
me.
tie me up with a rope on top of
Yeah,
that.
I agreed. I agreed to that. That one I get. You can't blame me for the shackles, though. That's all I'm saying.
Volmer, where are you going off to, as you are now free?
I guess the tavern that we originally all met up at? Because I need...
Given that we established that Varel always has that white streak in them, even in wild shape, yes. Also, given the fact a fox just
A
bit
fox just-
through metal manacles,
whole
I
thing.
feel like there's a very clear distinction on who that was.
Also,
the
the
whole
fox
thing.
that just walked up and sat in front of him, like...
Also that too.
And then nodded as he left. Like, it's all
Like-
pretty clear.
Varel really was not hiding that was Varel.
Not at
Okay.
all, no.
It's not like
Oh.
they're.
Yeah. So, as Varel, you make your way back to Finoa while Ashran and Vivian are making their way to town, and you do see Vivian kind of constantly just nursing her wounds. She seems very caught up on the wounds on her face, horrifically so. What inn are you guys going for? As Vivian does kind of instantly trouble and goes like, just grab the one we were at before. They know
That
our
sounds like a-
faces.
Good plan.
Good idea. I don't want to go fucking searching right now.
Yeah.
As Finoa, Varel eventually, as a little fox, returns to you, empty-handed, well, empty-pawed, and with no one behind.
Okay, Farrell. How did... I'm assuming not well. Oh, I can talk to animals, can I?
You can
I was
if you
gonna
want to cast it.
Yeah!
Okay.
Does that
Because
take?
I want to pet Fox Farrell.
I thought Varel was gonna turn back, but nope.
No,
10
I
minutes
want to
later.
pet them.
10 minutes later, you can now talk to Varel.
So, how'd it go, little buddy?
I couldn't catch up to him.
Can I roll to see if she's lying? Or they're lying?
Make an insight check.
Wait, would you
Varel,
have a
make a
re-
deception check.
Why would Fenella be suspicious, though, is my question.
Because weren't they talking, or was it, correction, was it,
Say
weren't
that I
they
was-
against all of this to begin with?
Partially.
I mean, I think it's fair.
Make an insight check, and Varel, make a deception check.
Because they were, like, against the whole thing. And also, Varel's nice.
Also, Varel's a fucking druid who could probably find a way
And
to
being
catch.
captured, but
And
I
they're
did
nice.
also feel bad for Volmer.
Also,
say that
Vero
again?
being a druid, there's probably like a million fucking ways they can catch Volmer.
Yeah, and they're just nice. Oh, God
Oh!
damn it.
Vero
Wow.
lying through their teeth that Fanoa is unaware of.
Okay, so I'm a. Okay, good job. I appreciate your help. I'm gonna give Vero some scritches, and then I'm gonna go check places where I think
Oh,
Volmer
those
would be.
undeserved scritches.
No,
Guilt.
you're my fluffy buddy.
Oh,
Vero,
Those
can I
riches
check?
are a lie.
I love how Volmer isn't even used to talking to people, and Fonoa is like, okay, now you're being tied up. I know you were just
Be fair.
arrested for the first time, but you're being tied up now.
Oh yeah, that was your first time being arrested, huh?
Yeah, no, that was a lot for Volmer emotionally.
and Ashton.
I'll have to I'll
Why
have
do you
to.
think
see
Ashton
how
went back to the fucking inn to take a nap?
Yeah, but like
That's fair.
to be fair, I was also tied up by the small gremlin in like I didn't know what she was doing.
Oh. As Fanoa, you go to start searching for Volmer wherever you can find it. You have a little fox buddy alongside you at all times.
Can I
believe-
carry them?
They are very teeny.
Vero, can I carry you?
I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry them like a little cat baby.
There you cat baby.
Finoa's mood was instantly fixed.
Yup.
She's not mad anymore.
Just FYI, every 10 minutes you have to recast that if you want to keep talking to Vero.
I'm fine with that.
Double checking. But as you guys are all very slowly but surely convening back towards the inn as Fanoa picks the places she can last remember on where the hell to find Volmer, where he could be skulking about hiding. Jack, making your way towards the Sylphina household, what is your plan now? As eventually visibility does run out, but it's a 2-hour run.
Yeah, that's fine. After that, I, just normally make my way there. I'm gonna be looking for Volden.
Okay. As you begin to approach the household itself, and you do see the guards standing there, and they immediately kind of like stand at the ready, and they see you approach. As you do, he goes, "I'm sorry, no visitors allowed at the moment."
I'm here to see Volden. I have something to return.
"Sorry, no visitors allowed at the moment."
It involves the kerfuffle downtown.
Make a persuasion check.
I thought you were gonna pull the Ash friend card before you pulled the kerfuffle card.
You see them kind of look at each other very hesitantly for a moment before one nods to them, goes, "Please stay here. They will see if he is available to speak with you." After about 5 or so minutes, you watch as the guard kind of returns with Volden behind him, walking steadily and calmly towards you at the gate. And as they open the door, he steps out to meet you. He bows gently and goes, "And what might be the conversation to be had?"
May I speak with you in private?
"Do you consider flowers private?"
Private enough.
"I'm sure you're like the hydrangeas. Come." And you watch as the two guards open the gates for the both of you, and kind of just leads you off, almost immediately off to the side, but just far enough from the wall itself that you guys were kind of like lowly talk and wouldn't be audible that easy.
So, we found who broke into the residence.
"Oh, I've heard. There's a lot of hubbub about it right now in the household."
Yes, the Church of Helm deemed it necessary to let them go. So, and for there, I'll give a flat description of every one of their members and their capabilities.
You do actually see him raise his hand, and she kind of goes through almost instantly. He goes, "You see, the Church of Helm are very much law-abiders. They saw no reason to go after them. They confessed to their guiltiness, but that does not mean the household is willing to let them go."
Fair enough. Just figured I'd give fair warning, because they also were the ones who used my name to seek an audience with your master.
Understandable. And I'm very glad you came back to alert us of this situation. I also would like to forewarn you as well. You are very aware of the Lord of the Household Pride.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend not going back to that station to retrieve anything of any sort.
No, I figured as much. But, with that being said, I know there's something else on that list he wanted, probably, and I wasn't gonna leave it there. And I pull out the book, and I hand it directly to Volt. They were hired to get this.
As you go in to go for the book, it's not there.
It's not there?
Not there. And you do see him kind of like watching you kind of like slowly but surely kind of like try to search for it more and more and goes, everything all right?
They stole the book. Somehow, when we were arrested, they stole the book. They were hired to steal the book from the household.
The book was the target.
Yes. I read the book, too.
Do you enjoy flowers, Mr. Altrade?
I do.
Is white a particular color for you?
It is. I reach in my bag and I pull out the white flower.
Not there.
Not there. Okay. They took the flower, too.
I assure you, no one would be so idiotic as to take a mere flower without reason.
Yep. They... What would they want with it?
I'd first have to ask if you enjoyed the story.
I did. It was a interesting little read. One I surprisingly hadn't
You
read
watch him
before.
raise a finger to his lips. That's all the information you need to know. It's quite the interesting tale.
Is it real?
That depends on your definition of real. Are the gods real? We no longer see them, but we know they existed.
There's evidence that they existed. Is there evidence that this tower and this lady existed?
I wouldn't know.
Hmm.
It's just a story, after all. Be careful, Mr. Altrade. Curiosity killed the cat, after all.
Well, it's a good thing I had 9 lives.
Don't spend them all too fast.
Well, since I don't have the fucking book anymore, I can't give it back to you. But,
I'm sure I'll find it in my possession soon enough.
fair enough. Well, sorry for all the trouble that, you're gonna have to deal with here.
Oh, indeed. I'm quite busy taking care of a party preparation of some kind.
Yes.
I'm sure one that you're not at all aware of. But you do see him have a smirk in his face at that moment.
Not at all. Not at all. I hope you enjoy yourself.
I'm the one handling the guests. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen until after they have gone.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I do hope you'll attend, though I suppose now in a much more lower profile, given what you have done.
Yes, if we do choose to attend, it may be later on with the issues that have arisen.
The young lady always finds a way to get herself into trouble.
It's fun though. It really is. And
I can only
kind of
hope so.
tonight was my fault. Yeah. They threatened to come after us for the book, and I didn't want to be looking over my shoulder.
Are they aware of what it is?
They were hired by someone. They don't know who it was. All they said was the contract paid well. Don't seem to know anything else really about it, but they are a shifty group, one that we've had dealings with before, and they are not to be trusted by any means. If someone were able to eliminate them, that would be the most ideal circumstances. They're not good people. From what I've been told, and I think at a game we did talk about everything that this group has done when with Jack and Ashton around, because we sat
Not
down and went,
100% detail, but for the most part, yes, I believe so.
Also,
yeah,
Jack was in there, like in the group for some of it. Like he was
yeah,
there for.
but he wasn't there for the
He wasn't there
zombies.
for the undead thing.
Yeah, which is what
Yeah.
he's gonna bring up. But I know Ashton and I sat you guys down like, what the fuck happened? So I'm
Yeah,
guessing we
like-
got at least
like-
that
Who are
bit.
these people? What do they
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess this group's first interaction with them, they raised thousands of undead to try to wipe out a town. I don't know.
Kingdom.
It was mainly a town, but
Yeah.
mostly was a goal for the kingdom. But yes.
Yeah. So something else to keep in mind.
Not to be underestimated, I see.
No. How much they had a hand in it, I don't know. All I can know is what they've told me. I was not there for that bit.
Mr. Alltrade, you seem to have a run of terrible luck.
Oh, I mean, shit happens. It keeps life
Then
interesting,
again-
though.
Indeed. No better way to live it. I'd recommend trying to find a way to fix that rotten luck. I'd hate for you to drag mud into the house.
Well, from what I know, Mud's already been tracked in the house. And I'd look upstairs in whatever direction towards the Lord's study. There's a black taint on this house. You know of it, yes?
A house painted in black hides its stains well.
Very much. Yeah, should plant some nightshade out here.
You're aware those are poisons, correct?
Only in high concentration. In low amounts, it is used as a sedative of sorts.
Perhaps for the coming spring.
Yes,
It's a tad bright here.
fair enough. Well, if that is all, then I guess I will take my leave.
As you start to make your way out, there comes a brief moment where you do hear him call out for you. This time, Farmer, I'm sure your family misses you.
Do you have word of them?
The lady can't be the only one visiting family nowadays. Everyone has a right to see their family.
Fair enough. Well, if my group deems it worthy enough to go that direction, I am but a leaf on the wind, as they would say.
And he goes back to kind of just tending to the flowers, kind of waiting for you to leave before you watch him casually go back towards the household or to get ready for the incoming party.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he remind me of Alfred?
Right.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, and
I guess I made an Alfred. Didn't fully
As
mean
you
it.
should.
right.
I mean, he's fucking
Alfred
awesome.
is great.
He's awesome.
He is.
Oh, Jack, where are you off to now? And Lily's just currently unpoofed, right?
I know she's been floating around.
Okay.
Yeah, because I poofed her out and then back in at me before combat, and then she's just been kind of floating around.
Double checking.
And Jack's not gonna return to the hotel.
Then where are you off to?
He's gonna go find a pub somewhere away from it and just nurse one drink for most of the night, and he's gonna find somewhere else to stay.
How good of a drink?
Yeah.
3 silver. And then a semi-decent place to stay? Or are you finding a place to stay?
Semi-decent place to stay.
4 silver for the
It's a 7
Just a
total.
place without Fanoa.
night.
Though you,
That's
if
fair.
anyone's gonna get shit on, like even after they run away, it's gonna be Jack.
So, as eventually the rest of the party kind of convenes on the inn where they were before, kind of a common ground where it's like we know where to go there. It's okay to join back there. As Astrid and Vivian are the first one to arrive, very quickly without question, Vivian takes out her own money to immediately slap it down, whatever money she does seem to have. Before eventually Volmer would be the next one to reach them because zoom in. And then Finoa and Vero will also to join, wherein the innkeep would almost instantly recognize the lot of you, as it were, and kind of point you all towards the same rooms that you had the night before. Alerting you that your other comrades have already showed up.
Question,
Mhm.
sir. Talking to the guy, I realized that was unclear, and also it might be more polite to not just go question at someone.
I can totally see Finoa just going, question. Yes.
Tall elf guy, white hair. Did he happen to come here?
Your comrade. The one you
Yeah.
guys came in with last night. The one that dragged
Yeah,
you in on your
him.
stupor.
Yeah, that one exactly. Yeah. Did he get here yet?
Aye.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice night. I'm gonna go up to the rooms. I'm going to go find his ass.
I'm making it known. I'm making sure to cast alarm on my room.
That's fair. I'm not actually no. I
And-
might begin.
And maybe Hut.
Intelligence check real quick, Jack.
Jeez, you're extra, but that's fair.
Actually,
Hut
yeah,
too.
I'm doing Hut in my room.
Be very
Hut
aware with
too.
hut. These are not big rooms. That hut
Oh,
goes
wait, would it-
through
would it-
walls.
Oh, okay, never mind. Just
Yeah.
alarm them.
Okay. The only thing about hut is that it doesn't give a flying fuck about the space. It just goes there.
Can't make it smaller.
All of a sudden, someone can't get into their own fucking room. Just
Yeah.
Honestly,
my whole party did that. My whole party did that when I don't remember what the reason was. They were like, "Can we like bar like 4 of the doors?" And I'm like, "Why?" It was like, "Cause the rooms are
'Cause-
small enough, and cause no one knows where in either of the rooms." Like, fair enough, I guess.
Just to be
That's
dicks.
great. Can I go
Uh,
knock on his door?
You can. And
Oh
Volmer
wait,
very
is Veryl
easily-
still with me? Am I still carrying them? I just want to check.
Right, I forgot about that.
I did it. I've been happy about fox scratches.
I'd assume at the hotel they would have turned back by now.
Okay, so
Okay.
just
That
outside
doesn't
the
in-
door.
The thing is,
Are
that
you-
doesn't answer if Finoa put them down.
Fair.
Also, are you still like following me, or have you gone off on your own too?
I think Vero's just chilling. So
All right,
they're,
cool.
you know,
They're just kind of tailing behind. They're not like following per se, but they are just around.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious. Okay, can I knock on the door?
Yeah.
Volmir is not going to answer. And is going to, like, make sure that it seems like nobody is in the room.
Can I slip a flower? Yeah, can I slip a flower under the door? Because
Can, the
even
crack
if
is-
he's not in there, there's a flower there.
I'm just gonna give you a very quick dexterity check, because the crack it's got a size there. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but you could
As,
see if you not crush this flower or
as
something.
Volmer prepares Fireball.
Okay, yeah.
I
That's
can't
easily
prepare
enough.
Fireball. I've used all my spell slots.
Jesus!
I only have first level spells left.
Damn, I didn't know you
I
could
had
do
to
that much.
upcast Misty Step earlier.
Yikes. But as Pinoa's standing outside the door and Volmer, you feel your alarm go off. And there's a brief moment where you kind of want to react violently or just like escapism. And you just see just a flower just slide through the door.
I feel like that's intimidating as hell. Because, like,
It's like a threat.
yeah, like, Volmir is
Also-
Like, I know you're in there.
Also,
I
I,
like to
love the
imagine-
idea that Jack got a flower this morning, doesn't know who put it there, no one claims it, now Finoa's slipping a flower in the door.
Also, I like to imagine that Volmir in general is just uncomfortable with being tied up, just because, like, he
I
likes
mean,
being able to move.
yeah.
That's fair. I think
So,
that'd be
like-
most people, unless they
Yeah.
have capes.
Yeah, so, like, he's fucking scared here. Like, he's just hiding.
That's fair. I'm
Big
gonna knock
magic
one more time.
scared of
If he
tiny
doesn't
gnome.
answer, I'm just gonna go.
I am not answering.
Fair.
Okay. So with the second no answer, no response, you go to your room, quietly and silently.
Can I work on flower crowns while I'm in there?
You can. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Yay!
So, it's kind of hard. You're dealing with that fury of today. You're snapping a couple of stems, and it kind of comes to the point where you're like, I need to go really slow and not let my fury get into these flowers because I am breaking these with these. But as each of you kind of just calmly and quietly each kind of fizzle through the emotions of the day, as Jack, you are starting to get to that point where it is very much getting difficult to learn anything more of the language. Like, you're starting to get like the alphabetical like alignment, but it's starting to get to that point where putting them together, it's starting to just become a jumble mess. It's like Japanese. You can learn the hiragana and the katakana, and the kanji, but how the fuck do they work together? That's where it's starting to get real fucking difficult.
Jack needs to find the library.
You brought that up with her, you could.
Yeah, I think probably would be a better idea.
Okay. Then Ashton and Vivian are currently sharing a single room, to which you see Vivian like almost immediately is like going into her her satchel and taking out a healing kit to try and like mend her wounds more proper.
Vivian, here. I hand her a health potion.
Where you guys been stocking all these? She just chugs it to get a bit of healing inside of her.
I'm like 90% sure I'm not using these healing potions on myself.
Damn.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I-
Vivian.
I don't think I've used a healing potion yet.
Like,
I
at all?
had 5 in my inventory. I'm down to 2. I don't think I've used them on myself.
No, you used one on Jack. You used one on Vivian now.
You used one on yourself the last fight, I think, when you hid behind me.
Oh, I might have,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I didn't heal you that fight.
But as the mid to late afternoon begins to quell and go away, does anybody want to do anything for the night? Or are you just laying down for a long rest?
I am long resting.
Okay. as you all take a very early night's sleep, only coming down or going out yourselves to get yourself a quick bite to eat for dinner, as you do get a bit peckish after everything. Eventually, the morning does come to you all, and while each of you kind of go down to get your own breakfast, Jack, really quickly, do you go back to the inn in the morning, or what are you doing at that time?
No, Jack stays at his inn.
Okay.
After he eats or whatever, he'll kind of wander towards, wander the city a little bit. Actually, look for any, like, library type thing.
Okay. It wouldn't be too hard to find any sort of library-esque location, especially this early in the morning where everyone's kind of waking up and the streets are empty, doors are being opened up. There are the occasional bookshop and the occasional little, not necessarily a library you can take books in and out, but like little study rooms where you can kind of go to just to converse with other people to basically share knowledge amongst each other if you so wish.
Yeah. He'll stop at all, like, the bookshops. Like, he's just taking a meandering stroll through, too. Again, just looking for books on language. Like, learning
And for
it.
the most part, there's nothing truly exotic when it comes to languages. Go ahead and give me an investigation check real quick.
With help from, Lily?
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
17. Both you get 17. Searching through the town as much as you can for the casual stroll through. And while you don't come up with anything truly worthwhile, a lot of this stuff is, once again, things that are like, they're in the language or they are remotely connected to the language in some way, but none of them really can teach you the language. None of them are rudimentary. They're all already complicated and already written out.
Even like
Not
Elven
really.
and Dwarvish and even some of the more basic languages don't have anything like that.
Oh, there are some, but when it comes to like, here's how to learn these kind of things, there doesn't seem to be any of those right now at the moment.
Okay.
You know, you have a friend who speaks both.
Yeah.
And Abyssalian/Shield, but I'm pretty sure you already know those ones.
Yes.
So, we all eat breakfast, right?
Mhm.
Together,
Except for Jack.
and Jack doesn't show up.
Nope.
I don't like this.
Even
And
Vivian's
Vivian
kind of
probably doesn't like this either.
Yeah, Vivian, while she's kind of got like a laid back, like leaning against the back of the chair, feet up on the table, kind of goes like, "So do we have a way of finding his ass?
I
I'm
guess
normally
we
good
are.
at it. I'm normally good at it in a city I know about." Anyone?
Vivian,
Not particularly.
where would Jack go?
Probably somewhere a nerd would hang out.
What does he love more than anything else in this fucking world?
Books.
I was fully expecting
But-
you to turn to Volmir and say.
You want to just go checking every single bookshop in the entire fucking town?
Does Asher know how many fucking bookshops are in this fucking town?
There's about roughly 10 to 15, depending on what you constitute as a bookshop.
Well, I suppose before we go looking for him, I asked the bartender, is it the same one who was here last night?
Mhm.
Did our other friend check in?
Oh, can't say you did.
Okay. Like, part of me wants to go look for him, but part of me knows that if he wants to come back, he will.
Yeah, but he's also a pouting asshole. He lost a fight against me one time, and he pouted for like a solid month.
I think Vivian, she probably cheated.
I like to,
Like threw
how
dirt in his eyes or kicked him in the nuts or something.
Hey, a nut kick isn't cheating.
Hey, a win's a win.
I know, win's a win.
I don't know about wins a win, but a nut kick is not cheating.
Well, Well, we haven't heard anything from our friends regarding when they're gonna be here or when the party is. So I suppose we have some time to kill.
I guess we have nothing better to do.
I mean, you guys keep talking
Us.
about this whole house invasion thing and like setting up the whole party and whatever. I don't know about you guys, but you guys make it sound like we're like set in stone, but you guys have no fucking idea what you're doing.
That's a pretty common thing with our group.
I
Do you
would.
have ideas, Miss
I-
Sneak in and out of places?
Yeah, sneak in and out of the house that you want to rob.
Okay.
That
How do we
might
do
be
that?
a good idea to plan infiltration and exfiltration route.
Maybe we shouldn't do it over breakfast.
Fair enough.
Also, maybe we should get Jack first.
Yeah, exactly. Act first, think second.
Well, I can go look for him if you guys want to wait here.
I
can
could
go with
probably
you.
help.
Vero can
Yeah.
sniff sniff.
I don't think Jack wants other people.
That's fair. Yeah.
He seemed pretty upset.
That's fair.
He
Good
can't
luck.
be that upset when he started.
Yeah,
You
also,
can't.
to be fair, I feel like we're all kind of upset at him as well for starting that whole fight.
I don't know about you guys, but I think it was justified.
I'm not gonna say my 2 cents on it, cause you guys are pretty fucked up. Those people look pretty fucked up.
I don't think he should have shot first, personally, but...
I don't think that they should have cast spells on him.
That's also fair, they shouldn't have, but that doesn't mean we should have, like, started the actual fight.
What, did you want to work with him again, Volmer?
No!
I mean, are we talking
I'm
profit
just
here?
saying, there's other options. Just because I've made mistakes before doesn't mean I won't grow, doesn't mean I won't change, doesn't mean I won't realize that sometimes thinking before attacking is the right option.
Okay, and we all need to learn, apparently. But we don't need
Also-
to give him a hard time about it.
Also, to be fair, no one asked about coin.
What?
What? No laugh, no chuckle, nothing?
Don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone got that joke.
I thought you guys worked with them before. You didn't get paid for that one?
No.
Oh, well. I don't even know why
It
you
was
guys
in-
were talking in the first place then.
They gave us half-assed information as payment. It wasn't enough.
And we paid 2K gold.
No, we didn't. Oh, well, that was before, but yeah, we paid 2k gold each to get out of the... Like, they paid 2k gold, we paid 2k gold.
Oh, well, then that's fair. Wow.
Anyways, this is a different deal we're talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna go upstairs and just... Wolver's going up to go on his own, because now he's pissed.
No. Come back. You. Can I follow him?
Yeah? Mike,
What
by the way.
touching you?
You know
Mike,
what?
by the way.
Now is not the time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Ashton, you're going out to look for Jack?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me a straight investigation check.
I'm gonna roll so fucking low, and then I'm just gonna get lost in the fucking city.
Yep.
It's okay. It's okay. We still love you.
It's not lost in the city, because you do know this place at least relatively well from your time before you left. But it does come to a point where... Not that you forget which bookshop you're checking so much as you're not sure if maybe you just missed Jack, maybe he already passed by that one, maybe he hasn't gotten to this one yet, and you're kind of starting to bounce back and forth randomly in a very inefficient manner. Jack, what are you up to in the meantime?
I mean, he just... Because we still have to wait for them to actually get here before we can do anything at the house, yeah? So...
Supposedly, yes. That is
Yeah.
basically, it is the idea of Saramir getting out of his house, which would give you guys free reign at the house.
Yeah.
Technically
And
speaking, if you guys want to, you'd go in right the fuck now, but y'all are scared of Saramir for very good reasons.
for very fucking good reasons.
But are you just going around bookstore to bookstore then, Rico?
Yeah, he's just gonna keep
Well, then
Keep doing
it
his
would
thing.
take time. Take a fair amount of time with Ashrin bouncing around as inefficiently as she is, before eventually, by sheer chance and luck, that you would eventually spot Jack in one of the study hall kind of building, seemingly conversing with somebody else in there. Lord knows as to what it is Jack is conversing with nerd talk. But very easily enough, you can see him through one of the panel windows. See him just with book in hand, conversing with.
Are there like any benches outside?
There's a couple. There are a couple public benches. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit on a bench and wait for him to come out. I don't want to go bother him.
You sit there for about 5 minutes before eventually you someone plops down beside you, and you just see Vivian just with her hand just. Really? You go searching him for the past like 4 hours, and you don't even go in to talk to him?
I'm giving him his time. I just wanted to make sure he was okay.
He's had all night. You guys have stuff to do. Be
We
a
can't
woman.
do anything until we get the notice. We have time. I'm gonna let him have his.
Man, you guys are slow. You just kind of watch her just kind of sit there silently with you for a time being. Eventually, her foot starts tapping, kind of like that impatience getting the best of her.
If you're so impatient, you go in and talk to him.
Yeah, I'm about 30 seconds away from doing that. So it's you or me.
I don't like that choice.
The harem is fighting.
Oh
God damn it. Oh, fucking Christ, dude.
I'm not wrong.
It's so dumb, but so funny.
Hey, Vivian. Your face looks better this morning.
Thanks. I had to do a little bit of makeup. The black eye's not going down that easily.
Next time, dodge better.
Damn.
Next time, stay on the ground instead of flying, and you watch her get up at that.
I mean, at a game,
I'm being proactive.
I don't think you used the Rogue's Uncanny Dodge once.
Does she have access to that at 5? I thought it was 6 when that unlocked.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind she's not our level.
Yeah, she's
3
not your
levels
level.
I thought that was a
Oh.
lower one, like 3 or 4.
She's just not at our level.
lower. Literally. That's one
Oh,
of the
no, it
reasons
is-
I'm
it is.
terri-
It is 5. It's literally 5.
Yeah.
Hey. That's
Yeah,
on
one
me.
of the reasons I'm terrified to get into fights with her around is that she's like, she's 4 levels lower than us. Like,
She
Yeah.
handled herself.
So yeah, she could have dodged better.
I don't know. Either way, first rule of
Well-
fighting is not get hit. So you know.
As she says that, she gets up, saying that she's gonna be proactive, and she walks inside. To which I'm not sure how in depth you are, Jack, into your conversation and studies yourself, but at the very least, Lily, who would easily be on a lookout as well, would easily be able to alert you of Vivian entering through the door and very poignantly making her way towards you.
Okay. When she gets closer. Yes, Vivian?
You guys all have work to do. I guess I have to be the one to tell you guys to suck it up and get to work.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot we can do until just before the party. We can't investigate the house while... Oh, he'll stop.
I don't know, you could prep. plan, talk to people, figure things out, not be a pissy bitch over a situation. We're not kids anymore, Jack.
Mostly I'm avoiding the wrath of the angry little one.
I mean, she's gonna be storming the house with you. There's no avoiding that wrath. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather be able to storm the house with, all limbs intact.
Well, then make a deal with her that she can rip it off after the fact.
No, see, that doesn't work either. Just, no, I need all my limbs.
Prosthetics are an option.
Fine, shut up, Bulmer, you're not here.
Stupid meta pigeon.
My owl just pops up.
God damn it. Oh, man. No, I was making my way back. Just, taking the leisurely route.
Really? Because we've kind of been searching for you for a couple hours now.
I got up early, whatever. Fine, he shuts the book. Can't let me have my fun.
Now when it's the rest of the party all acting like pissy little bitches.
Who else is busy?
Yes.
Fair
Well,
enough.
except for the one with the white hair. Well, the white strand. It's actually being pretty cool right now.
I think Veryl's just stoned the whole time.
You know,
Carol,
that
it's
wouldn't 100% amaze me, but I haven't seen them eating a plant yet. I thought that was like the druid thing. Like they hug the trees that they eat.
I think that's a little racist,
I don't.
and he should probably stop.
Jack, you know, I've been raised. And then I got raised in a stupid royal castle. Palace, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Fair enough, but still, a lot of different people out here.
You've been places. I haven't.
Well, now you're learning. Quit being racist. Give her a smack. Not hard.
Then quit being a bitch. Smack. A little harder.
Jack's about to start another fight.
I you see that
Cracked
there's
his
actually
jaw a
now,
little bit.
now like a small show going on in there, and you see everybody kind of stop reading their books and start kind of like low key looking their way in the direction.
If I hit you any harder, you might like it. And Jack will get up and start walking out.
Don't talk about your own kinks out here.
It was yours to begin with.
Get it all
Who
out
wants
before
to try it
session
first?
69.
As eventually Jack and Vivian both come out of the shop itself, where across the walking path road itself, it's easy to be able to see Ashton just sitting there, calmly, a little bit meek, on the opposite end, in a bench. You got her into this. Go be a man. She shoves your back.
Oh, you're part of this shit too, and I grab her hand and pull her forward.
Nope. This is between your group. I got my ass handed to me. I didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, we noticed.
Shut up. I'm out of practice.
Uh-huh.
By the way, did you get my fucking dagger back? That was the only one I bought.
No, here, and you'll hand over a dagger.
While you're at that, I'm gonna go buy more. And she slots it.
Buy a bow or something, too. I gave you enough money.
You know I don't
Healing
use it because
potions.
spite mom.
Say that again.
You know I don't use that to spite mom.
A crossbow, then. Hand crossbow.
I think Dad'll like that.
I don't fucking know.
Slingshot.
Slingshot. God damn it.
I'll slingshot your stupid owl.
Oh
You
shit!
asshole.
I'm deleting one of my daggers.
She goes off to restock on her own equipment.
She just needs to get like a throwing dagger that comes back, like that type of magic item, because that exists.
Yeah. Oh, not raw.
Yeah.
What raw? That doesn't exist in raw.
Nope. You would think something as cool as that would be something they'd make off the bat, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because it's so
Um,
simple, but like such a fun concept.
Actually no, wait. They might have added it in with one of them, but it works weird. I think it's like an ammunition thing where it's like you have to spend all of them and then they come back.
Cause I don't know if they still have like the weapon or the certain like things of returning that would come back. You know, I don't know.
I know there's the hammer of returning. That's basically Thor's hammer.
The fuck? That used to be like an
Isn't
old
that the
property on like
dwarven
any.
thrower or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's back to game. Back to game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so both of you came and searching for me.
Yeah. I got things to go by though now if I'm even gonna want to bother being a help to you all. So I'm gonna go get more of these.
Get some healing potions. You're gonna need them.
No one she gave me was helpful. I'll see what I can find.
Yeah. If you need more money, let me know. And don't lie to me.
I won't get manacled. She winks at you and goes off.
Okay. So how's everyone doing?
It's only Ashrin.
I know. That's why I'm asking her. How's everyone doing?
Well, I may have upset Bulmer. They're all pretty upset with you. Fanoa seems to be more upset with Bulmer than she is with you, though. But I don't know if that's because she couldn't get to you because you disappeared, didn't tell us where you were going, and then I thought you were dead because you didn't come back to the inn last night.
I mean, to be fair, she threatened to like eat us or something.
Did you really think she would? And
It's
even
Fanoa.
if she did, she's tiny. She'd only take small bites.
Yeah, that makes it worse. It's a slower death. Like-
Gonna eat you.
Jack,
Not in that way. Not in that way.
next time you run off and you don't come back, send your friend to tell us where the fuck you are, please.
Yeah, but then she would have known where I was at, so I didn't want her to come hunt
At
me down.
least let me know.
Fair enough.
Jack's got everyone upset with him.
This is his normal state of being at this point in time.
We're having a meeting. We're gonna try to discuss some things. Fanoa, no. Vivian had some ideas. Hopefully she'll meet us back there.
Okay. Well, I guess I should probably head back. And on the way I'll write up my will and testament. He'll pull out like a piece of paper.
So, as the party finally reconvenes back at the inn, I imagine you guys would knock on the door to at least alert everybody that everyone but Vivian currently has returned, who has gone shopping for potions and daggers. Many, many daggers.
Yeah. So how'd everyone sleep?
Could have been better.
So you're not dead? You're good now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry for threatening you. It was really stressful because I was scared that I believe it or not, I kind of like y'all, and I don't like the idea that you're gonna get into random fights and get yourselves killed. Cause a lot of people I like and love died, and I'd like it if that didn't happen to y'all. So I'm sorry I got kind of aggressive.
Kind of? You threatened to eat
It was
me.
out of love.
You tried to tie me to a tree.
Okay, and then
That's
I tried
hot.
to apologize.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So-
to mention that.
What kind of kinky shit are you two getting into?
Jack, you be
don't
quiet.
think
No.
that Bulmer enjoyed it.
I
Ah.
very much did not.
So it's just
Yeah,
for
I tried to
Noah.
apologize. You kept running, so
Because you tried to tie me up.
yeah. Which is why I'm apologizing.
Anyway,
A lot of shit happened. Got it.
Yeah.
what are our plans here? Do we have a plan? We just gonna wing it? Are we gonna end up in jail for breaking into another house?
Try not to wing it.
By the way, that book's
Like,
gone.
The book's gone. What book?
What book?
The
The
book?
one I took from the hidden cubby in your father's study. The one that
That
he
one.
wanted back, and the one that
The one
Volden
that
told.
Volden told us to read?
And to keep safe.
The one that they seem to be after?
Yes.
The
Which
fuck?
probably implies that it has some property. That means it should be protected.
I went to take it back to them last night, hence why I disappeared.
Define small smack for Noah.
What?
Define small smack.
Not hard enough to hurt, but
Okay,
a smack nonetheless. Just a little
So
ow.
just a sting. A cracking sting on the thigh.
Precisely.
She's gonna grab her around the head and pull her in for a hug.
Oh.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna choke me.
Hey, that's her bedroom.
I don't know, I was gonna say she has perfect height. No, just kidding.
Not to death.
Jack's expanding the harem.
No.
No.
That's
No,
Frankie's
thank
king.
you.
That's
Oh.
Frankie's king.
Oh, dear.
Say that again, man.
That's Frankie's kink.
Why would you say that?
Call back.
Oh my god.
Why would you talk about my boy like that?
Because you haven't taken him out. I haven't done stuff with him, so I have to bring him somehow.
Oh my god. Okay. But yes, I went to give it back to Volden, and it was not in my bag. Neither was the white rose that
The-
appeared.
A white rose appeared?
Yes.
So you. What? You didn't tell us any of this.
I told you about the white rose because I asked
No,
Mhm.
you-
if
Yes, you did.
I asked if it was from Fanoa,
Right. Okay.
and this was when we were all together.
What does the rose have to do with the book?
It was
Yeah.
in the story.
So you read it.
Yeah. I'll repeat. Yeah, I know what the story was.
Ad nauseum of the lone castle with the queen, who only laid rule over a frozen tundra, to which a man eventually appeared. While she tried to save him, he unfortunately died due to frostbite or some sort of affliction that she could not heal him from. Freezing his corpse in order to preserve him, basically being like this is the only person who's ever arrived here, as far as her knowledge, eventually found a rose, a white or a blue rose, in her garden, to which she decided to mix into a healing salve that apparently brought the man back to life. Rather than keep him there, which could bring him more death, she sent him off somehow. When the man awoke, he could only vaguely remember the castle, and yet he had a seed on him, to which he spent his entire life hunting down for this castle before he eventually concluded that if the castle could not be found by him, someone who had already found it before, should it ever be found at all?
So, does Crescent recognize this story? Like, does he react at all?
Do you ask him?
Yeah.
There's a recognition, there is, but you kind of feel like a hum there. I was like, not quite how I remember it.
Oh? And Wolverine's gonna, like, close his eyes and, like, sit back a bit and go, okay, how do you recall it? How is it different?
The blue rose was a medicinal plant that was grown by a family household. I don't remember their name. It's been long past my memory. But this castle, it was ruled by a witch. Rumor has it that the lord of the house took it from her. Wasn't gifted it. Then again, I never truly asked about the story.
Hmm. Interesting. Thank you, my friend. And, so... Crescent recognizes that story. It's not exactly how Jack is telling it, though. And I'm gonna reveal the information I was given that Queen was a witch. Castle wasn't exactly the castle, like all that stuff.
Flower
Wow.
wasn't given; it was taken.
Many old folk tales that are steeped in truth try to beautify, darker intent.
Very few make magically appearing flowers come out of nowhere.
Fair enough. Granted, it was a white rose and not a blue rose. Did I recognize like that white rose in the garden at all?
Where at Ashton's house?
Yeah.
No.
Do they have a blue rose?
Not that you can recall. And if they did, Ashton would have very easily brought that up too in her house.
I didn't know if it was
Yeah,
planted, after. Or, like, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so either the book disappears when you read it, or they stole it. Whoever was invisible, maybe?
Well then.
At about that time when you see the door open and Vivian kind of walks in with a small little crate in hand. She kind of like places it on the table and goes, 4 potions of healing is the best I could do. There's only so many rich pockets in the city.
How many people did you rob, Vivian?
You know, there was a cleric you guys dealt with. I'm not going to meet him.
You did not.
No. I just meant like, I'm not. If I meet him, he will probably like
She'll get
mace me.
arrested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vivian, we had gold.
I mean, to be fair though, that's not as much fun as theft. I'd guess.
Fair
See,
enough.
he gets it. Thanks, boss. She smirks.
Boss now!
Okay, that's new.
Oh yeah, while you were gone being a pissy little bitch, you got promoted to boss.
Yeah!
And I
Yeah.
recognize it, but you better listen to her.
Yeah, no.
So,
No, listen to me, Jack.
nicknames so far.
How many times have
Are-
we had to try to stop you from attacking random people?
I'm still boss, so it's allowed.
Do you remember that time when you tried to 1v2 chimeras?
You remember that time you fireballed our friend?
Whoa, that's okay. Awesome story. Awesome story. Should we save that after the planning?
What about the
Oh, yeah,
3
probably.
shopkeepers you
Yes.
tried to fight?
Okay, one of them was a dick. I don't remember the other two. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think all of them were dicks, but
Yeah, they were dicks then. That's all that matters.
but you
That's all
still tried to
need
fight them.
Because they were dicks.
We've met a lot of shopkeepers who were dicks.
Most of them actually.
Yeah.
Jack, what's it with shopkeepers and being assholes?
It seems like everyone that we meet's an asshole though.
Yeah,
Ah,
they
there's
were
some good assholes out
extra
there.
assholes.
No, Le and Le. Lair and Le were pretty nice.
Okay, so 5% of the people we meet aren't assholes.
And wasn't, what was his name, Million or something?
Trillion.
Trillion.
No, Trillion's an asshole.
No, Trillion was an asshole.
Yeah.
He was an asshole.
He was a very charismatic asshole.
Yeah.
And a very
Okay,
rich
but we
asshole.
like charismatic assholes.
Yeah, no,
Not
he
to the party.
I mean, okay, we asked for a bag of holding. Do you see this monstrosity that he gave us?
yeah.
It works, but it's ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Flowers suit you. I'm pretty sure that's not a nickname for you though.
Also, I love the nicknames
I don't know how
of,
to feel about that.
like, the slow evolution of nicknames from Vivian as the party slowly gets them. Everyone except Jack.
Does
Okay.
Ashrin have a nickname from Vivian yet?
I think she's
No.
only done
Not for Vivian.
princess as a joke.
So
Right.
so
But
far,
I've given it right back to her because she's more of a princess than I am.
Vero's gotten tree hugger.
Vero's tree hugger, Volmir is knife ears and cherry boy, and then Fino is boss.
And
Boss
Ashton's
and the
mom.
small one.
Oh,
So,
dear God.
what the hell is the plan? Like, you guys still have not even told me what the fuck is actually going on. You said we're having a party. Apparently, we're not going to the party. We're gonna invade a house. We're not invading a house. What is going on?
Okay, we are invading a house. We just have to wait for the party.
Okay. So, remember when you arrived? You just showed up,
Vividly.
and then shit got complicated real fucking
Very.
fast. So, creepy undead guy, right? Old tutor. Works with Saramir, who's or that's his master. And so we just assumed that Saramir was the guy who sent Castian to take the astral shard.
Which is the powerful magic item that Jack used to bring you here by accident.
It's stupid powerful. So in Saramir's hands, not great because he's like got questionable morals and hates authority. So the King and Queen of Luma, since she missed out on that meeting, told us that because we're nobodies, we'd be the best people to go find it.
I can see it.
So
I don't.
King and Queen will be here shortly. They're having a party at my parents' house. And Saramir's invited to the party. He will not be at his house.
So while he's
we'll
out there,
go get the astral shard while he's at the party. But the house is probably like super magically protected and shit. So we're like, I don't know.
And we didn't think about surveying the fuck out of this place?
I mean, we
Well-
did. That's what we rode by the house multiple times for.
We were finding-
Congrats! You looked at the stone wall and the architecture.
we were trying to see if the shard was inside using
Right.
magic.
I forget. You don't know magic stuff. So the shard is there. Jack saw multiple things, magical things moving around on the second floor. The shard's in the basement with a lot of different magical shit.
What have you gotten me into, Jack?
You're the one who wanted to stay with us. We offered to try to send you home. You could leave and get on a boat right now. You do not have to be involved.
You almost see like a contemplative kind of like, there is that option. I
Yeah.
could just run.
You could go anywhere. We are in a massive port city. You could go anywhere from here.
And if you want some semblance of home, you could always go to my parents' house.
My parents find out I'm there, Jack. You know that shit's gonna go down.
Yeah, but see, they're good at hiding people. Probably. They got money.
You almost see like there's a light bulb that goes off in her head. And I was like, I can go find the missing trio.
Is that a safe thing to do by yourself, Vivian?
Not to offend you guys, but am I really that much safer with you guys? Plus, then if they ever do come hunting down for my ass because I'm the royalty of Laya, then you know, you guys won't be connected.
Yeah, that could be an option. But before you do that, we should find another sending stone. Or set of sending stones. So if you ever need to get a hold of us, you can.
There you go. Got a plan for me. But until then, I'm stuck dying with you guys.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to go in the house. You can wait outside if you don't want to.
On that note, do you have any clue how to use a rapier?
Yeah, I got some training. Dad forcibly had me training it.
Would you
Can't
be willing
say
to
I'm
use-
against him doing it because it has done me a lot of good in my life, but still.
Think maybe a ranged weapon would be better, Vivian.
Yes, but I'm more thinking of a emergency just in case. And Volmir is going to pull Fencer's Reach off of his hip and put it on the table.
That's a
You
terrible
actually
idea.
immediately-
She's gonna whip herself with that.
You immediately note that she looks at it very confused. Instantly. That's not normal.
She's gonna whip someone
It's-
else with it.
Oh no.
It's not much good
Is
in
she
my hands.
proficient in whips?
I assume she is, because she's friends with Jack. So, it's not much good in my hands, just due to me not knowing how to use a whip, but if we can walk outside for a second, I can demonstrate what it does.
I'm not into that kind of thing.
Oh, you don't? I assumed you knew how to use one because you were friends with him. And I'm gonna, like, gesture towards Jack.
We messed around a lot. We didn't mess around that much. We needed to keep it a secret from our family, you know?
That's fair.
Got some
Well,
things to teach you then.
Are you telling me you know it?
Nothing?
Then shut it.
Jack's gonna grab the rapier and just whoosh.
If you're gonna do that, you actually have to
I was
make a dex
gonna
save.
say, I believe it's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, let me read the exact thing out.
Jesus.
Goddamn.
Fencer's Reach. It's a 14 dex save. Or cut your
Yeah,
hand.
you got
Oh,
it.
nope.
Nope, yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Also, wait, isn't he proficient in whips?
He's not.
I'm not
Oh.
technically.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Imagine.
But I'm
Does
proficient in
nobody
rapiers.
here but Finoa know how to use a whip?
Yes, we
Yep.
already went over this
We've
once.
Gone over this.
Because you made this joke like when we first were talking, like when Jack first got into the group.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think he should have proficiency in whips, but
Yeah, but...
I got this cool ass whip sword, and the only person who can use it is the one that doesn't use dexterity.
Yup.
You
But
could
as
sell
you-
it.
As you snap
could.
it and you revert it back into its shape in an unnatural swiftness, almost like due to not being in combat, you can take it nice and calm and easily as you revert it back and snap it back into a solid piece. And you do see Vivian, and he's like, with eyes wide, and even the bartender kind of says, "Please refrain from doing that in my."
I assumed we
Establishment.
were having this conversation upstairs in one of our rooms.
yes,
Because we're talking about
Okay,
breaking into a
okay.
house.
yes.
Okay, fair enough. But you do see Vivian kind of just look at it like, "What the? That's not normal, but that's fucking awesome. Gimme."
Yeah, You just said you don't. So a big problem with it though is that if you don't know how to use a whip, you might cut your hand.
I might cut someone else while I'm at it too. Gimme.
Did you happen to pick up some sort of bow or crossbow?
Nah, I got a grudge against those.
As much of a grudge as you have against them, it might be wise.
Yeah. She's
Do
not
I
wrong.
look like the wise one to you all?
No, that's why
Well,
we're
I mean,
giving you counsel.
have been the voice of reason in the past. You're the reason we're sitting here having this conversation right now.
You look like someone with a sense of survival, and who would realize that yeah, maybe it'd be beneficial to my survival if I used a
Okay,
bow.
you guys aren't as stupid as I thought you were. You know, tell it when you see it, and you two just smugly like cross your arms with that. Come on, that was a good one.
So did you get one or not?
No.
Do you want one?
Do you have one hiding
I
somewhere?
do! That I've never used before.
I was gonna
Where are you
say-
keeping it?
I pull it out of the bag.
Okay, good. Wrong hole. Okay. And you just see her smirk at you as she takes it.
I will give her the crossbow and the bolt.
Okay. Person? She is. She is actually. Is it a hand crossbow or
It is just it's a light crossbow, just a
light?
regular
Not proficient, but
crap.
she's dex.
I will grab my short bow, hang off my backpack that I haven't used, and hand it to her.
You see her heavily hesitate on that one.
If it means you not dying, take it and use it.
Not giving my mom the satisfaction of me going down with that.
I would like to say though, I would prefer to get Fencer's Reach back before you leave the group.
Well, you just went down in the popularity notches for me.
Are you gonna use it since you have Crescent?
No, but I need it for something. Plus, I
Fair.
can't just pull out Crescent in the middle of the streets most of the time.
Why not?
I mean, you could. Pretty
I mean, he's
intimidating.
kind of identifiable.
How so?
Intimidating.
If someone happens to know the story, instant threat.
How many people actually know this story, Volmer? You
Okay,
know
I
how
have a
hard it
point.
was to find this information? It took me
That's
years of sneaking into nobles' libraries who didn't know what books they fucking had to even get a hint of this
Someone
information.
mentioned information. Well, Jack, after you sent me on that vague scavenger hunt,
Wait, who the fuck's talking in our room?
not me. Not
Your
me.
genie.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
It took me a minute, I was like,
She's so
I could barely hear
Was it
you.
truly that forgettable to you that you send me off and then have fun with your little friends?
I wouldn't call it fun.
Damn, Jack forgot about a member of his harem.
I
Your
didn't forget
theme
about her, I
character
just
didn't
didn't recognize the
appear, so I
voice.
guess I don't need to share the information that I found.
No, we could use whatever information you found.
Well, it's a good thing I found almost nothing, because what you sent me on is a wild goose chase of information that no one has ever studied before. Or correction, people have studied, but no one cares to actually approach the astral plane without dying or something. I did find a couple things, though. It's run through mainly intelligence and by the soul, which intrigues me.
Say that last little bit again, you've gotten
Why
really
is
quiet.
your voice so quiet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting real
Yeah, I
quiet.
was wondering that too.
I noticed that I got staticky. My camera literally started getting staticky, so I'm willing to bet my internet started to kind of fade out a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is that it has to do with intelligence and with the soul. That last bit being much more interesting.
What do you mean with the soul?
The astral plane is where, well, things that die but don't die reside.
Okay.
You
Now
know
I'm
how I said
confused.
that shard feels like a personality?
Okay. So,
And there's one other thing that intrigues me so highly is that
now you're
your girlfriend's boyfriend, or I guess ex in this situation, is missing their soul. And they hunted the shard.
good. Oh.
Now, don't mind me making conspiracy theories, but I think that's very interesting.
Oh no. They're trying to bring him back, aren't they?
Perhaps.
Is Jack saying that out loud, or is that...
That little bit right there, probably.
Jack, what are you talking about?
Shh. Hold on.
Well, Like I said, what you asked me for was a wild goose chase of information that's very difficult to find. I had to pull a lot of things to get that information. Let that wild imagination run.
I appreciate you, Shadri.
You'd better show it. I've done very little with that as of recent. And she gives you like a twinge of a headache before she.
Always the sassy one.
Jack, what the fuck are you talking about?
So a while back on the ship, when we first got the astral shard,
Please
I
do not tell me you fucked with the astral shard more than once.
okay, I won't tell you.
Jack!
Yeah, this can't be that shocking.
It wasn't.
Well, you'd think he'd learned his lesson the first time.
It wasn't so much
Has
I was
that
fucking
ever-
with it. I was asking Shadri to find me more information on it, and as I was doing that, it started to do something that I didn't like, which I stopped immediately and reconnected with Shadri herself and asked her to find if there was a way for this thing to help Ashrin, actually. And she said that I sent her on a wild goose chase. That she had to pull a lot of strings, and most of the information she found was that people didn't care to keep records or keep looking or whatever, but what she did find is that this shard is like a soul itself, and or something that has to deal with the person's intelligence and their soul, and Castian doesn't have a soul.
Oh.
So I think Saramir might be trying to fuse this with Castian.
Or he just used the body to make some sort of construct in order to make his true goal easier.
I mean that, but I mean if this is a living entity, I mean Jen used some magic on it that usually only affects creatures, people, things with a soul.
Well, since we're all talking to people in our heads, hey, Essig, thoughts?
I mean, it's been a while. You told me not to talk about this. I mean, studying the astral was kind of my profession for
Yeah,
a while.
exactly. Thoughts?
Well, um, the astral chart. It's not exactly well. Okay, it is. It's a fake. Well, think of it as a jar. A jar you can fill a soul into. You can
Okay.
craft one into it, or you can fill it up. The thing is that creating one was believed to be impossible because, um, pulling someone's soul from their body without losing it, um, is a lot of, well, dark magic stuff. You're talking necromancy at that point. But how do I you're looking or you're hearing a failed experiment?
So Castian is the failed experiment?
No, I'm talking about me.
You're a failed experiment?
Man,
Yeah.
he's a failure in a lot of ways.
Explain, please.
Uh, the brain is etched from a gem on the ring. That was a first attempt at an astral shard. It didn't exactly work the way we wanted it to. I kind of got split in half. I didn't mean to bring this up because you guys talked about it. Like, my other half is kind of being taken care of. But I'm the consciousness.
What do you mean?
What does
The
that mean?
body?
Um, think of my body as nothing more than a puppet who can control it on strings. I controlled the strings.
Fuck.
So wait, did the body just die the second
So
we took
what
the ring?
happened when we took the ring off the body?
You cut
Didn't
the
he-
strings?
He continued to talk and walk around, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize that until you guys kind of made a passing mention about Essig not being a problem anymore. Oh, my other part not being a problem anymore. See, that's the problem. Is you cut the strings and he's still walking, which means there's a part of him that's missing. And if you're talking about this thing is possibly able to refill a soul, this might be something that my other half might want to look into. And the reason I bring this up is because Bri wasn't the only one who heard the voice of the guy you killed. Essex started to hear his voice too. I started to hear his voice too. And
The
they
guy we
also,
killed, the crazy one in the temple.
yeah. And he wanted the shard too.
Do you know what Saramir might want the shard for? Is it just to bring back Castian? That doesn't seem that important.
That's the thing, is that if Castian's missing his soul, he's kind of just a husk right now. If he's trying to bring him back, he's gonna have to use the shard to bring his soul back. I don't know how successful that's gonna be. My experiment was to try and separate one soul specifically from another and contain it. The reason we failed, is because that's not a one-way street. You open up the gates and anything can come through.
Anything.
Anything in the astral.
Well, that's not ideal.
No. And that shard, it's basically the astral.
So, the shard could be opened.
Theoretically, if my failed experiments are anything to go off of. Cause I was lost in it. The only way they brought my half back was putting me in the ring. They're gonna. If he's trying to bring back Castian, he's gonna reach out there and who knows
Bring
what's
back
gonna
not
answer.
Castian.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And you said your friend is magically gifted.
Yeah.
I'm worried what's gonna answer.
So either way, we can't let that happen.
I recommend against it. Yeah.
How do you destroy it?
Send it back where it came from.
How?
If you have a plane shift, or if you find a rift in the world, there's a couple. These little pockets that are very easy to tear the fabric of reality. With the shard itself, you can make it a gateway to its own home. Just throw it on in. The condensed power will just shatter it in itself.
Okay, where are these rifts?
There's a couple. You've actually got one nearby you right now. If it's still active, it's still open. Said you're in Pio.
Yes.
There's a peninsula off of Kukia.
Oh, that's not far away at all. It's just the other side of the.
It's dimensionally weak to the element of water. But with the shard, you can change it to the astral plane.
I just chuck it in.
Open a gate, throw it. have someone close it with arcane magic, in case of anything.
How do you close it?
This is experimental. Dispel magic. Maybe a wall somehow.
I don't know if I'm powerful enough to do that.
Well, forgive me for saying this. I don't think I have a choice. Either that or whoever O'Brien was talking to, he might come back.
Yeah, we don't want that. All right. Well, thank you, Essig.
Glad to be of help.
Can I just say, it's funny how he was like, you need to find a fracture in the universe. My brain went to, oh, this is the astral plane. Bag of holding.
I mean,
Just do it from a safe distance away.
There is a diagram set up on how to do this with an arrow. So when it makes
Yeah.
impact, it shoves it into the bag of holding.
Mhm.
Okay. I am gonna relay all of that information.
I had a thought. What if he's not trying to bring back Castian's soul? And what if he's trying to imbue a body he has full control over with the power of the astral shard itself?
What do you mean, Jack?
Essentially turning Castian's body,
Into
whatever
a
the heck
suit.
it is, into the astral shard. So you can control the power at will.
To make a superpowered being with the powers of the astral shard that only he has command of.
You said he has very, like, no morals when it comes to things. And
Or
Or
he's trying to bring something back from the astral plane that isn't Castian on purpose.
that too.
Either way, we need to get that shard to the rift.
I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't trust going to the rift. Not with our power level.
I don't care. I'll throw myself in with it.
No, you're not.
no, you're not.
If we're gonna get rid of
Though
this, we're gonna get rid of it with a guarantee.
I still think we should hand it to the King and Queen of Luma. If
That's
anyone's gonna be able to dispose of it, it's them.
kind
I
of
don't
what I'm
trust
thinking.
anyone with it right now. Not
Weirdly,
knowing what I know.
weirdly enough, I kind of trust them with it. I mean, we're talking an ancient being here who is extremely magical. They could have probably destroyed half this world if they wanted to. But
They used the magical power to create a city for those who had no place anywhere else. I don't see any reason for them to act cruel. It doesn't match their character at all.
from what we know. But yes, for face value, that's where my money would lie. We could be wrong.
Not to mention, if we don't bring it to them, they'll probably come after us.
I have so much issue trusting anyone. I can't even trust myself.
You kind of watch Vivian kind of place a hand on your shoulder and goes, then tell you what. Don't trust a single fucking person besides us. Don't trust yourself. Trust the rest of us. Because you heard those two dimwits. You go to try to kill yourself, they're gonna stop you.
Or we're all taking a trip to the Astral Sea, and that'll be fun.
Okay, let's hold off there, Jack.
I
We're
mean,
trying to get her
I mean-
trust.
I mean, your parents would be able to find you, to be fair.
that is true.
Stop sweetening this deal on her.
Oh no, I was talking to you, Vivian.
Yeah. Go team up with some Githyanki and become space pirates. Oh.
What the fuck is a Githyanki?
Yeah, Jack. Wait, actually, would we have any clue what that is? Like anyone but Jack?
Vollmer and Jack would that they are residents of the astral plane. And they are very psychically very powerful.
People
Okay,
live in the astral plane.
Oh yeah, no, there's like a whole race of people.
Yeah,
Two, actually.
Githyanki and Githzerai. And
It's Jedi.
I had a game I can't remember.
Yeah,
I
they
think it's-
hate each other.
Yeah, I think
the
it's the
Githzerai enslaved the Githyanki, and eventually the Githyanki broke free.
Enslaved the
from their slave.
Githzerai, I'm pretty sure, or something like
No,
that.
they
It's-
broke free, and essentially they're like, we are going to spite you by just roaming free. Fuck all y'all for enslaving us.
Yeah. I remember there was
Okay.
some infinite war or some bullshit.
Anyway, okay, fine. I won't throw myself in a fucking rift. But I need to know that I can trust them not to use this thing to do stupid shit. And I thought I could trust Jack, but no, he kidnapped Vivian, so you know.
Okay, then trust everyone except for Jack and yourself.
Oh, that doesn't
I'm
sound
just gonna
like
go
a good
fuck
plan.
off, I guess.
I'm just pissing off everybody today. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you really are.
I'm on a roll.
Oh, fuck. Didn't kidnap her. It was a fucking accident.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean,
Still
you
kind
did-
of kidnapping.
You did
Accidental
kidnap me,
kidnapping
Jack.
is still kidnapping, Jack.
I like to see it
Yeah.
as rescue because you were being held there against your will.
Yeah,
No,
you-
no, you don't get to like paint yourself as the fancy hero who rescued
Jack,
us
we're-
from the tower.
I
You
mean,
took
not-
her without consent. That's
Jack,
You're
kidnapping.
not gonna
Jack.
look at it like that either.
I'll write the fucking
Yeah.
book and make it seem like that. God damn it! That's what history will remember is the book.
That'll be a really good eulogy.
I was gonna say,
Uh-huh.
Jack, didn't you complain earlier about how people like romanticizing awful acts and stories?
No, I just said it happens constantly.
Ashran, around that moment, you would get another voice in your head, though a much
Oh,
more
God.
familiar and much more welcoming one. Be ready for our arrival. It's gonna be a fun night tonight. I hope you
Oh, the party's tonight.
got everything all worked in order. We'll be sure to have Saramir nice and busy.
I thought we were gonna have a day or two.
Nope, they said a day. They meant
Yeah,
a
they,
day.
they specified a day.
Yeah.
Honestly shocked we got that with teleportation magic existing.
Well, they said they were gonna give them time to prepare. They kind of
Fair.
openly said like, we could show up right now if we really wanted to, but we're gonna give them time to prepare a party.
We're gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we message them like in that morning?
Last morning.
Was it last morning? Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was this morning.
Nope,
No, it was
not to me.
before we had our fight, and then we went and slept.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
They
Huh?
gave
We
him a
did sleep.
day.
Fuck. God damn it. Okay.
So, with the announcement that the King, Queen, and Luma are indeed incoming, and the party is set to happen, with a lot of information now had and a lot of personal inner troubles now dealt with, we'll pick up with that next week, where you guys are going to be invading a house finally.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yo, we dropping a calling card?
Yep.
God.
Oh my god.
I'm only on to that for a little while. You guys took so fucking long to get to that house. You got the.
Yeah. I mean,